showed you my can't show me. Ooh, after the daylight, it started in a hotel. Some ice cold drinks in this dark room. We went from a high school friendship to some post-scout actions. Saw some sweat fall off your face into dance floor, babe. Dance on, babe. Sweat falls off my face inside. Stand up, babe. Stand up. It's nights like this we're wide awake. It's times like this you shy away from me, babe. Started in a hotel lobby, cleaned up just to get too sloppy. Things I showed you, my can't show me. After the daylight, it started in a hotel.
Hello, boys and girls. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic weekend so far, and welcome back to your weekly dose of Vainglory European competitive action. I'm your host for today's event, joined once again by my fellow friend and caster in Pirum. How are you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm excited, I'm hyped, and I'm ready to get this grand final underway. It's going to be an epic one, Maxman.
Yeah, a lot of stuff coming up today. So if you have never seen this kind of tournament or doesn't know what is going on already, it's weird because almost everyone knows what the hell's going on in this tournament right now, because this is going to be one easily of the biggest matches going to be having in the European scene in 2018 in general. So I'm just inviting one last player. We're just going to be talking a little bit and presenting what we're going to be happening today. So Imperium, 1BA5 coming up today, Germany versus Spain. What do you have to say about that?
Oh man, so look, going back, looking back on things, we saw Germany convincingly win the Qualifier 1 series, and then they actually got to the final of the second qualifiers and faced Spain, who got into the final. Spain beat Germany in the second qualifiers 2-0 quite convincingly. So now we've got to the point where these two monstrous teams are going head to head to try and find out who is going to be representing Europe at the live finals in China next year. And we know that there's a lot of prep work being done between both of these teams. You spoke to both team captains yourself during the week, got a bit of an insight into the mindsets of both teams. There's definitely obviously a high level of confidence coming out from both teams. And looking at Hundor themselves, they knew that they had nothing to lose they had nothing to gain, should I say, by beating Spain in the finals of qualifier 1. So their mindset was, why should we reveal our true power or our true strategy in the qualifier 1 when we in the qualifier 2 finals, when we knew we'd have to face Spain again either way. So they kind of, sat back, not exactly made it easy for Spain, but they didn't reveal their true strategy. So now they use the qualifier finals and the qualifier 2 finals to look into what Spain do in terms of rotations, their strengths, their weaknesses, and they've prepared a strategy, comps, and drafts to look to counter Spain, Maxman.
Yeah, both teams are extremely prepared because a lot is on the line, Imperium. Whoever wins today's BO5, it is a BO5 for information, whatever team wins today's BO5 will be flying over to China for one of the very first live events we've been having in ages.
Oh
in
yeah.
the Vainglory competitive scene on Vainglory 5v5 especially. But anyways, before we do jump into game number 1 of this BO5, let's check out a little bit the rosters that we're going to be having today. So we do have Spain playing for us today. So the players that we'll be having today, we do have all the list of players, but today specifically who we will be having will be for Spain. It's Joselu, Dorcas, Vigi Josue, Nosong Nomo, and Bruto. Those will be the 5 players playing for Spain, trying to secure their China live event spot to represent the European region in general in Vainglory. Then Germany. Today's players, Imperium, who are we going to be having today?
Oh, we are going to have Keanu Nuko, Tyrus, Techno JJ, Sneaky, and Hundor. All of these players, especially on the German side, are household names within the Vainglory competitive scene. Over on the Spanish side, we have a couple of players that are less known that I want to talk about as we get into the draft a little bit. But the German side, they ooze talent. They ooze individual ability that is beyond most of the European region. It's all a matter of if they can bring it together as a 5-man team and unleash it onto the Spanish side in this grand final. And Maxman, community votes were done up during the week of a poll on Twitter, and the results were kind of surprising. That it was very close, with Germany coming out on 55% and Spain on 45%. Personally, I expected Germany to have a slightly higher percentage out of the community of the votes that were put out there. But it seems like both of these teams are considered, very even coming into this grand final, Maxon.
Yeah, definitely 45 to 55%. I think a lot of people are expecting today to see Germany coming out on top as they have a lot of training and they also
Yep.
have like that competitive scene experience that unfortunately not Spain doesn't have for all their players. So I really cannot wait to jump into this match. But anyway, the players are ready. We should be ready to jump into this. They're asking me for 1 second. Just taking a little bit more time. I'll support Waldemar. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Well, let's see if we're ready. Sorry, just taking a little bit more time, guys. But we will be once again having one of the most insane BO5 matchups of this year, and I'm absolutely honored, and I think the Imperials are the same than me, to be able to bring to you guys the Bengal action you deserve. Joe's is not really. Okay, we'll just wait a little bit longer and talking about the matchup. So, Imperium, talking about Team Spain, I did have a little bit of a talk with Joselu earlier this week. Team Spain have a little bit of a surprise kind of rotation that will be coming out for, as a present, let's say, to Team Germany. And I said, do you want to talk about the comp with me a little bit, knowing that I won't give out any information until the D-Day today? He said no, but he said one thing. He said one word that was minion candy. So you guys can think of what you want, but apparently Spain are going to be doing something revolving around a minion candy kind of rotation. So maybe for some early push comps. I do not know how they're going to try and pull that off. It would be really interesting. But apparently both teams are now ready. And we will be jumping into the draft.
And minion candies are such an underrated item, especially as a support, Max. And I know when I main support, again, I know I don't play at the highest level, but when I main support, minion candies were such a key item to be able to get an early lead in the game. What that does with a minion candy, when you push it onto a full wave, one, it makes it harder for the enemy laner or the enemy carry to kill those minions and get that goal. But obviously, it pushes your wave in a higher position up against the enemy turret, so it allows you more freedom to look for the crystal buffs, to look for an early game gank, to look for that early game rotations to really shut down the enemy team. And in my opinion, Spain know they need to shut down this German team, because you give a team like Germany with those players, with that talent, any chance to get back into the game, and they will do that. So Spain know they need to have to go in hard or go home. They can't really, in my opinion, unless they really expertly pull off a late game comp, they cannot give Germany the early to mid game advantage.
Okay, as we do enter the draft, so we will win matchmaking into a private game, which is very interesting once again, but very smooth. But anyways, we are ready to jump into game number 1 of today's very first match in this BO5. Spain versus Germany. Draft of game number 1, Imperium. Let's jump right into it.
Oh, and these are taking their time. These players looking to really calculate how they look to ban and pick these heroes. And also, while we're going through this ban and pick phase of the draft, first game best of 5, talking about it being a best of 5, Max, man, that really can play a lot on a player's mentality if it gets to that 4th and 5th game, because you get tired. These games can go on for 20 to 25, even 30 minutes. And I expect these games to be very, very tight and very close. So if you get to 5th game, these players are really going to be tired. So it's going to say a lot. But either way, looking into this draft, Spain take away this Arden as the first ban, followed by Germany taking away the Reza. So no Churn Walker ban, no Anka ban coming out as of yet. And Spain go for the Yates ban as their second ban, Maxon.
Yeah, so they're going to be trying to follow that up right now. Yates, Arden. Also, they now go second ban coming out from teams like the Rona. Fairly enough, I play my oh, okay. Okay. That's fine. We'll do that. But I play my fair share of CP Rona. Maybe they're just really scared of the CP Rona. And, so I don't know. We'll just try and jump back into the game. Sorry, guys, for the little delay. Misclick. Okay, so we had a misclick from Hundor. He tried to change skins.
Okay.
He wanted to look cool while smacking Team Spain. So, it's all good, but he tried to click it out. We'll just jump right back into the draft phase. Players know what they're going to be banning right now, but what do you have to say about the ban phase that happened right there, Imperium?
Well, as it was put in chat, and actually Spain knew it was a misclick, and that Germany wanted to ban the churn, so I think it's mutually agreed that, look, that was clearly a mistake. So it seems like it's going to be a churn ban. I'm really surprised that there wasn't a Nanka ban on the Spanish side, Maxman. I expected it, but from talking to Hundor, we both know that they've prepared some comps and some strategies that they really feel will counter the Spanish side. So I think these drafts are going to be very, I wouldn't say off meta, but unusual.
Mhm.
So we're going to have to see it really play out, as we do see Lorelei being picked up as a first pick from Spain, which isn't bad. But like I said, still Anka has not been taken off the table yet. And Germany hovering over that Finn, they do lock that in straight away. Not a bad first pick. I think I was just going to say Silvernail. The reason why they want to take
We're
away
just gonna say,
Silvernail,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, because
We'll
Silvernail
believe it.
does kind of counter Finn a little bit, but also you want to take it away from No Soyonomo, because No Soyonomo is a particularly good bottom laner, especially on either Silvernail or Kinetic. So taken away, good choice, but Spain go straight away for the Kinetic. And like I said, No Soyonomo, he loves his hard carries, and with Kinetic and Silvernail being very much in the meta, Maxman, he's got one of those two heroes. So let's see how we'll play it on the rest of this draft.
So something I'm gonna talk about. You have Hundor, Team Germany.
Yep.
One of his main picks, Imperium. I think we both know that, and I think a lot of people here know it if you do watch a bunch of Hundor streams, and he does end up streaming on Twitch. He plays phenomenally one specific pick, and that pick is Hybrid Idris, focused around
Yep.
Ultimate Current, Dragon's Eye, and the Serpent Mask with a weapon infusion in the late game. His Idris is on a brand new level of gameplay. I haven't seen him play on any specific picks, but man, his Idris is absolutely insane. And it's still open, didn't get banned away, and it's still a potential pick, but we have Tyrus on the silver now, and Hundor most of the time does go into that bot lane. So I think we'll be seeing a Hundor, at least in his game number 1, coming up with this very specific silver now. I wouldn't be really surprised. He does play that hero a lot. He did one trick it at some point in time in 3.7, if I'm not mistaken. But now they do go for the Grace Samuel combo up there. But they have such a good front line coming out from Team, I was said Sly, but Team Germany. Right now. So Germany definitely got a really nice draft, but then they have the Kinetic, they have the Lorelei, they have the Celeste. 3 picks for Spain that are respectively in every single one of their roles. Really impactful and easily top tier in their respective roles. But they do go for the Flicker, and late game is going to be pretty dangerous because he's going to fall off the game pretty hard.
Yeah, I do worry about that pick coming out from Spain, but let's see what their last pick is. And talking about the last pick coming out from Germany, I think it's going to be Malene, because the early game that Malene will provide will slightly counter. Anka has been locked in by Spain. That's a bit spicy, Max, man.
Don't give Anka to don't give it to Hundor. Like as I said that, I mentioned that on the last match that we had yesterday. Hundor during the VPL preseason on the Anka specific pick was able to get the kill record in the preseason. So already Anka is such a powerful hero, it's very scary to give away to an enemy team. It's even that much more scarier if Hundor is against you and he's the one playing that specific hero. Even though he wasn't the one playing it on Friday when we did see it picked on the side of Team Sly, this time it will be picked up by Spain. And I think they had to do that, just take it away. And we will indeed see Hundor go for this silver nail as we do jump into game number 1, guys. Imperium, I am so hyped for this game number 1.
Yeah, and can we talk about the fact that Scarf was picked up as the last hero for Germany? And what I think that brings Germany onto is it brings them onto a mid to late game comp. You're going to have that Scarf really ramping up with Finn, and I've mentioned it before. In my opinion, the best mid lane carry that matches with Finn is Scarf. You're then going to have Tyrus on Samuel, and I know Tyrus actually thinks Samuel is one of the strongest junglers, believe it or not, and he's played Samuel quite a lot. He's been very effective in that jungle position as Samuel, being able to rotate up nicely. You're going to have Hundor hit his kind of mid-game spike. This is going to be up to Spain to take a hold of the early game. If they don't, never mind the fact that Germany are full of talent, but they have the late game comp.
Wait, so Doorcast right now, we saw it right there. He did get a minion candy. He wasn't able to get it applied on the entirety of the wave, very unfortunately. But we did talk about the minion candy. They went for it. They're going to try and apply a little bit of more pressure mid lane. But unfortunately, if you use a minion candy and you have 3 enemies in the lane, that's going to be having your lane. Even with a minion candy, it's going to go down even more. And what's good about minion candy specifically is that it's an item that basically gives you a little bit more of an aura. And okay, well, I wasn't. Okay, I was in my conversation about how much minion candy is a good item, but I didn't have time, and we had Jocelyn and Bruno just taken the top lane by Storm, and Bruto with the flicker, been an absolutely insane early game hero. The definition of early game with Maline and also Yates. They were able to pick up one fast kill, so first blood going over to Team Spain. That was really surprised me.
Kind of surprised me, but didn't surprise me, because that's exactly what Spain need to do, Max,
Yeah.
man. They need to bring it to Germany. They need to shut Hundor down. They need to basically starve Hundor on this silver nail. They've secured the weapon tree. They've secured the healing tree. They are ahead by about 500 gold. Yes, it's only 500 gold, but it's a start. And now it's going to be up to really Germany to try and protect themselves quite nicely. Tyrus really rotating up, looking to get that 4-man push onto the crystal tree. They're coming back strong. They're not letting Spain get away with it.
Yeah, they did get invaded. Now they're going to be turning it around. Double-man fish root and Bruto, unfortunately, going to be the first casualty in this skirmish over into the jungle of Spain. Nice core collapse, going to be connected. Altari is going to get absolutely deleted, and so will Hundor. Unfortunately, they didn't look at the time of respawn for the enemy team of Germany as Keanu falls down one by one. 4-1 so far for Team Spain. Techno JJ, here's the last man standing. Double kill coming out from the Kinetic. What a start from Team Spain.
Six kills in 2.5 minutes, Maximum. This is the spicy best of 5 we were looking for. This is the action we are looking to really ramp up in this EU grand finals of the WSG. And Spain, like I said, they're taking a foothold of this game quite confidently. I also like the fact that Dorcas has double contract with the Iron Guard, and I'm not gonna lie, I forget the name of the contract because I don't see it that often. But it
contract
does,
or protector contract?
yes, and protector contract. It gives the extra barrier to the nearest ally, so it's going to help protect that Celeste quite nicely against the Spitfire and the Goops that are
Bruto,
coming out.
EU-Trian doing the work right there, Bruto. You gotta run away. He does use his flask. He will be able to get out of the range of Sneaky and Keanu Kerr, getting out of reach. Bruto, a little bit scary there. Gotta be careful. EU-Trian is too powerful, man. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, EU treat OP, my furry little friends. Sneaky going in hard.
Yeah, Sneaky gonna be trying to jump on through right now. Be careful. Also in the top lane we have Hundor against Joselu, but they do get the kill onto the flicker. Joselu, he has this anchor. I'm really focused on him right now. It's a very specific hero. He does get silenced down by that, and the dance-off blades doing a lot of work. But unfortunately, Joselu is going to be the one caught out of position by Tyrus. Hundor did rotate, but he's pretty low. He does have the cooldown on his B. Going to try to get close enough to get his B, get the basic attack, and Joselu will not trade it out for nothing. He goes down while also taking down Hundor. Nicely executed. And anchor early game is not the easiest thing to play. But now he's already got like 2-1, so he's definitely not in a bad game, Imperium.
No, he's not looking too bad so far as the Crystal Tree on the Spanish side does go over to VG Just Sweet. I want to keep an eye on VG Just Sweet because we saw his Celeste come into the mix, but now Bruto's going on
the
to
stun.
Techno
They also
JJ.
got the Dragon Blood contract, get a lot of slow and extra damage out. Techno JJ just getting bullied out of his lane. Call the bully hunters. He can't do much right now. He is dead. Lost his flask. Already used it up. He's 30 CS, but when you look right now, VG Josue 36 CS into the game. Josue is 2-0 on this Celeste, and we all know how scary a fed Celeste and with a nice goalie can be, Imperium. And so far, things are looking pretty spicy for Spain.
They are looking pretty good now. CS-wise, on the other area of the map, in the various lanes with Nozo and Noma, they're very similar, although Nozo is about 6 or so ahead. Hundor hasn't had the easiest start to the game. Also want to point out the fact that I think Bruto is going for an Aegis first item, or maybe Pulse Weave. It's either Aegis, Pulse Weave, or Crucible. I would say Crucible, because it would be the wisest choice as first item, so you have Fountain then Crucible, or it could just be double Crucible. But either way, with the Dragon Ball contract in the early game, you don't need to get any other really offensive item to begin with. You just want to tank up, protect the Kinetic, and protect the Celeste, and just really be a nuisance. As yeah.
Weapon Shin, Solar Storm connecting them through. They're going to be able to get a nice little bit of CC with the fish through. But Techno JJ, it's barbecue time. We're going to be interrupted right away by that nicely timed core collapse. Merge ultimate from Joselu to try and get himself out of that sticky situation. We'll be able to do so. That was a 3v4, but still unscratched, unharmed. Spain will be able to slip away from that skirmish. Not going to be stealing anything though, just a little bit of resources as they've done so. Force the cord around Vijihosu as he pops the flask, and he will survive it. Just a big fat quibble, but still not enough to get the killing blow on Hoswid, and really well nice.
Yeah, but Techno JJ didn't really have any mana, so there wasn't really anything he was going to be able to do that now. Yeah, well, no.
Ooh, nice.
Tyrus
Woo.
take that crystal tree and
Spicy.
sneaky.
We do that sneaky joke, I
Matt.
think, a little bit too much, man.
I know, right?
It's just a given as a caster. You can't ask for better, to be honest.
It's just kind of, it just rolls off the tongue in fairness, Max.
Yeah.
But no, like, even though Spain have had quite an aggressive early game, they're actually not really that far ahead in gold. They're only 1k gold ahead, Max, and that can be partly put down to the fact that CS-wise, they're not really that far behind, and realistically, they haven't pushed objectives with their kills. And as we are seeing, the first turret has actually gone over to Germany. So it's great having a good early game, Maxman, but if you don't actually capitalize on it with turret pushes, with any kind of clear objective push, you're not really extracting the most out of it, Maxman.
Yeah, right now we're going to be having a little bit of a rotation. We do have the House and Charges coming out from Tyrus. You know that Samuel, one of his biggest weaknesses is energy management, so he will be able to sustain his damage output just a little bit more. As we see now, Anchor. First item will be the Spellfire. Smart decision when you are dealing with Sneaky on the Grace with the Divine Intervention. You're going to be able to, like, deny away some percentage of that healing. 33% of that healing to be precise. That's going to be giving him a nice little bit of an edge. And also, potentially even just take out and get the finishing blow on Techno JJL Tyrus on the backline a lot more effectively. So I do really like that first itemization. It's going to be Force of Code on Vijihosu. We does get the Water Wall right away. 3-man Quibble going to be hitting hard. Right on top of Dorcas. The stun will be missing out, but now we do have Sneaky out of position, trying to get his way out of that. But will he be able to do so? No, as the Solar Storm rips on through and connects round to the Grace and the Samuel. 2-man down on Germany's team. And no casualties whatsoever. So Spain, they're doing so well right now, but they're going to try and go for this Ghost Ring, going low, already mid HP. Hundor, Techno, JJ, and Keanu, they're sticking around, but unfortunately, that's going to be, oh, wait, the proc. Oh no, catastrophic. Oh no, catastrophic. The steal coming out from Team Germany. Nice rebuke coming out. Bruto very low. They're going to try and get the killing blow. Oh my god, Dragon's Bless, 1 kill, followed up by 2 kill, triple kill. Going over to the Scarf, played by Techno JJ. He was having a hard time in the early, but now he's got his Spellfire. It looks like he's going for Eve of Harvest. He's going to be a very, very power source. He's going to be like really hard to stop at this point. So maybe they've got to try and like kill him first. They were able to get Sneaky and Hundor. The focus on Sneaky was maybe not what you were looking for, as Techno JJ is really going to be one you want to take down in the first few seconds of every single team fight Imperium.
Definitely, and it was also a fact that Spain just got a little bit too big for their boots. Maxman, they won the teamfight engagement, but realistically, they had lost a lot of health, and the death timers aren't really that high right now. So I get why they were trying to go for the Ghost Wing, but make it a bit more calculated. Make it a little bit more efficient. Take the team fight. Push a turret. It's much easier to push a turret and get a turret rather than go for the Ghost Wing. That's definitely riskier. It didn't pay off, and Germany took full advantage of it. And then as we do look to see itemization wise, you do see a lot of tier 3 items coming out from all of these players. Tyrus being the core player I want to talk about, because he's got Frostburn, he's got an Infusion, and like you had correctly pointed out, he's got Housing Chargers. That is essentially 2 tier 3 items, even though one of them is boots, and that shows how effective he has been in this game, even though he's only on 2-2-0. But he's still made that goal count, and he's made his positioning count in the first 10 minutes of this game, Maxon.
This jungle Samuel that you've seen played by Tyrus with the Frostburn is something that I've actually seen him play quite a bit. Yeah. And actually, when you play jungle Samuel, what you're trying to do is get more utility out of the character, because you're going to be ganking a lot more effectively. So Hosu is very smart. Sorry, not Hosu. I mean Tyrus on that is very, very smart to be going for that kind of itemization. Right now, we're going to be having the stealth coming out from the Flicker. Going to try and close the gap. They do have a little bit of a silence with the tripwire. Not going to be being that effective, but it is a 4v5 situation into this mid lane. And also Flicker is pretty, Dorcas is pretty damn low. Force of Call going to be crucibled out just in time. Nicely done from Team Spain. As he ults down onto Tyrus, he does flash though. Tanks up a little bit of the damage, just soaks it up. But now the wave is there. They could try and commit and go for the siege. But the It's just a little bit too small. The Spitfire does connect, but unfortunately they won't be able to keep it down just a little bit longer, giving them more room to teamfight. But I think Spain are doing a big mistake here. They're all low. This is definitely not a fight they want to go for. Just let them get the Crystal Tree, and it is not worth it because Ghostwing is spawning in 20 seconds. So just be a little bit cautious. Let the turret go down. You can't do much at this point, unfortunately. Just be careful and do not give them any room to come back in this game.
Exactly. You do not want to feed a team like Germany at this stage of the game. It's 11. Whoa!
Hello!
Okay.
Oh, he's having fun. Okay. Out of season barbecue time. I like it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, maybe his teammates were a little bit cold. And he's okay. I'll warm you up, guys. But no, like this German team are starting to get to their late game. You have a 2-item Techno JJ Scarf with the Spellfire Eve of Harvest. You have a 2-item Hundor on that Silvernail with the Serpent's Mask Breaking Point. That is a lot of core damage that's going to be putting up. And Spain are definitely losing it a little bit, as I said, from their aggressive early game to begin with. However, they have to protect VG Just Sweet on this Celeste so much. Let her get to that third, fourth item Power Spike and rip through with that Solar Storm, because the disadvantage for Germany is that they actually have to group around a Finn. So if that Solar Storm can connect with 3 or 4 members of the German team, that is really going to allow Spain to finish the German team off.
Be careful, Tyrus. He has his target locked.
Oh no.
Onto Bruto, and also this kinetic.
Oh, no.
Huge mistake from Spain. Unfortunately, just not going to be able to learn anything about the rotation from Team Germany. He's going to try and get himself away, but he knows he's going down. He's just going to try and make them lose a little bit of time. Dash out just a tiny bit of damage onto Tyrus, but unfortunately, that's going to be 2 people going down from Team Spain as Ghostwing is now respawned. And this should be an easy objective secured for the side of Germany. But Dorcas is around the corner. Can maybe get a steal.
Yeah, I don't think it would be wise for them to go for that, because 13 minutes in, the Black Claw spawned up again. And, sorry, the Black Claw has spawned up now. So with the Ghostwing being captured by Team Germany, they haven't died. We do see that it's Josu is pushing top lane, but isn't going to be able to secure a turret out of it, unfortunately. But now Spain have got their CB trained. They're going to want to regroup as a 5-man team. This is a late game scenario. This is where the teams have to really stick together. We're seeing it come out of Germany because they call out 2 members of Spain in that bottom lane. Spain need to start doing the same thing, otherwise they risk getting caught out.
The Crucible coming out, Spitfire barely going to be connecting onto Dorcas. That was going to be a connecting nose line. Mortal Wound with the Spellfire. Be a little bit careful there. I'm really disappointed in what Spain just pulled off. They had such good early game rotation, and everything, all their hard work and effort that they put in this early game part, now they just threw it out the window by being out of position, out-rotated by Germany, as Blacklaw was getting focused down by Germany. I don't think it's still going to be enough. Solar Storm is on a cooldown of 8 seconds, so that will not happen, and this will be first Blacklaw of this BO5 going over to Team Germany as we are 14 minutes into the game. No goal lead, no kill lead, almost just 1 extra kill going over to the side of Team Spain. So this is still nobody's game, like it's not set in stone as of who's going to be taking this game, as Blacklaw going to be roasting down this second mid lane turret. And this is going to be a nice little bit of a move from Team Germany Imperium.
Yeah, I also like the fact that they're putting out Vision in the jungle of the Spanish side. It's underrated because sometimes you automatically think of a push, but talk about push, it's a team fight.
Look at that damage from Tyrus. He's got Spellfire Frostband and doing so much work. Solar Storm going to be doing a little bit of chip damage onto the Grace. Not your main target, unfortunately. Still doing a lot of work. I'm saying no, maybe careful. Mortal Wound applied. Onto the Lorelei. She does use the Fountain just in time. Flicker out of position. Going to get refocused by the Grace and the Finn. Polite Company going to try and bring him closer a little bit as the Oblivion affords a call. Crucible's going to be way too late from Team Spain. They're going to try and get the CC. Holy never get the 2-man stun. Nicely done from Sneaky on the front line. Tanking up and doing a lot of work. But now it's to re-engage. Core Collapse does connect onto the Samuel. Tyrus, good night. Sweet Prince. Keanu, Techno, Sneaky going to try and make their way out of this one. Can they do so as they're chased up by 4 members of Spain? But Spain is pretty low. Look at those health bars. They're so low as the Spitfire gets sniped. American sniper. Should I say German sniper, actually. That would make more sense. But still, nicely done from Team Germany as they do secure now and crack open the base of Team Spain.
Yeah, so this is... Now, okay, the goal difference is still nothing between the two teams. 400 goal difference. They're really close itemization. wise, okay, we have seen Techno JJ get his third tier 3 item maximum, so that's definitely a higher power spike coming out from this scarf. But overall, both teams are looking very similar. Like I said at the start, though, Maxman, Germany are hitting their natural late game power spike as 5-man comp. Tyrus cannot be touched because he's got so much frontline protection with the Grace and the Finn. The second Spain try to engage, they're either kiting back or they're actually coming at them with that strong AoE damage of the Drift and Dark Mouse and Verdict.
This is good.
So this is the issue that Spain have. However, they could get caught out.
This is good. This is only 3. Corkalap's going to be missing out. Unfortunately, onto Sneaky. He's going to try and get his way a little bit back. He does get the Crucible now. He's going to try and close the gap. Joselu going way too deep, way on his own. Home alone. Joselu, but still Ghosting will be secured and taken back by the side of Team Spain. This is a little bit closer to a ping-pong match in a Bengoy game. Like, you get the advantage, I get the advantage, and such and such. And now Oblivion will be coming out, forcing out the Crucible from the side of Team Spain. Counting the curve. Did already use the Force of Core. Doesn't have that anymore. Hundor, Tyrus, they're on the offensive part, but now they're going maybe a little bit too deep. They could have got re-engaged, but they will not be doing so as Spain just let them get out. Mirage Ultimate on a 20-second cooldown for Joselu on this anchor. Not going to be able to engage that whatsoever, but they do lose their first mid lane turret. That's going to be given a lot more room for the upcoming team fights for Team Spain. Not many objectives left on the map right now for Spain to try and focus on, but still 17 minutes into the game, 11-9, and the goal lead is almost rendered to nothing. Imperium.
Yeah.
This is only game 1, and I'm super hyped.
I know, this is best of 5 series. It's absolutely ridiculous.
We're gonna be tired, man. We're gonna be dead.
Man. It's like, and that's the thing, like, you know, I was hyped and a little bit nervous and excited, all of those emotions in one, to cast this series, never mind playing in it. So all of these players deserve so much credit for being able to give it their all in this grand final to try and see who is going to go on to represent the EU in the live finals in China. It's going to be tastier now with the Ghost Wing buff. Let's see what Spain can do, Maxman.
Joselu, he was hungry for Tyrus, trying to jump right onto him. Unfortunately, not able to get a killing blow or trying to poke him down enough. So the Storm coming out. Force the Core Crucible is going to be way too late from Team Spain. But we do have the re-engagement coming out from the Flicker, trying to get the slow. Not going to be working out for him, unfortunately. We have the Oblivion coming out, going to be able to send him away, as we do have the Dragon's Breath from Scarf. Not going to be connecting on anyone, unfortunately, and going to be cancelled out right away. Careful, Celestia, on the front line. That's not really your job. You might want to get a little bit behind your allies as you have the kinetic. Look for Keanu to occur, but unfortunately going to be absolutely shut down by that Quibble right into his face. Now they're engaged. Tyrus is pretty low. Takes one Heliogenesis Nova right into his face. They're going to be taking quite a chunk in his health bar. Going to be able to move out, but it was a 1-for-1 trade overall in that team fight. And it's just, I really enjoy how both of these teams are respecting each other. They know that, man, this is maybe, we got to be careful. This is Team Spain or this is Team Germany. We cannot overstep right now. We did lose someone. We cannot win it. It's just going to be going off. So the amount of respect I'm seeing in this match right now is absolutely insane. And I really love what's coming up.
Exactly, that's so true, Maxon. And in fairness, if it's Joselu if Spain hadn't have separated in that last kind of engagement, they probably would have won the team fight, in my opinion, and that would have led them to secure the Black Claw. But they got a little bit split up. They divided into kind of a 2 and a 3, and we saw No Soy No Mo get shut down. As I said, it was a 1-for-1 trade, so both teams will reset. The Crystal Treant is up on the side of Spain. Ghost Wing has landed. Black Claw is up. We are nearly 20 minutes into this game. Looking at the build paths, both of these teams are nearly at full build. We see Hundor has...
They're going for it. You have the Super Scout 2000 from Keanu, so you can actually like get vision on them without too much of a problem. Keanu Curry does have his Force to Cord available. 1 Crucible, 2 Crucibles from Team Spain, so they should be able to stop that ult from actually connected if they do want to get engaged. Spitfire will be connecting though right onto the anchor played by Joselu. Just doing a little bit of chip damage. They're just trying to find that one out of position teammate from the other side. But right now it's going to be VG Hoswick completely out of position. Going to be forced to back off. Lorelei, Flicker, going to be running for their lives. We'll be able to increase the gap and get out of that spot. But Ghost Wing is available. Looks like, unfortunately, going to try and go for the clear it out with the scout cams and with the flares taken away. I think they can try and put the proc on Ghost Wing for it to aggro down onto Sneaky. That'd be a really nice thing. They do aggro on Sneaky. Whoa, man, they looking for Josue out of position once again as the force of call going to be crucibled out. I think, no, Josue's bugging, man. Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what.
He was lagging, he was like twerking. That was nice. I like it.
They see me twerking and faking. Anyway,
no,
this is
please.
Team Germany going for this ghost swing, realizing their positional advantage.
The
Not quite
damage.
stolen.
That was nice. That would have been just a little bit later. That would have been a huge steal coming out from Spain. Unfortunately, no steal from Vici Josue.
And Maxman, I want to point out something that is definitely interesting and says a lot to the confidence of each of these teams. Vici Josue has an Aegis. Techno JJ has no defense. So offensively,
Yes! The force to call connects! Crucible just way too late coming out from your boy Dorcas as he gets completely shredded to pieces. 3v3 in this part here. They're going to be a little bit split too far, but now Hundo and Techno, they're going to be focusing around, coming back with the team 4v5 situation. Unfortunately, Dorcas getting caught out. Now, Blacklaw going to be taken up. We are only 22 minutes into the game, so no enraged objectives right now. Finn, is this weapon Finn? Is he looking for the kill? He will not be able to do so as the Solar Storm rains on through. A little bit too early, but he didn't have any kind of vision. So that's going to be unfortunate, but still, Blacklaw taken up by Team Germany. They did already crack open the base of Spain in the mid lane, so they can try and get this armory and even probably end the game Imperium if they're looking for a fully fledged team fight.
I actually don't think they will end the game, believe it or not, because Vici Josue has an infusion, has those 3 damage items. Spike, he is going to be able to really zone out the Spanish team. It's all going to see what's going to happen.
Double man core collapse onto your boy Tyra. Is not going to be able to do much, but Sneaky, he's just diving on through into the enemy base of Spain. Hundo is going pretty low. Look at the stacking the material from Vici Josue. The damage output is absolutely insane. Blacklaw taking a little bit of damage. That's going to be a really nice Oblivion. Unfortunately, not going to be connecting on any valuable target from Team Spain.
Oh no.
He's trying to stack it up. Unfortunately, they have to focus down on Vici Josue. We're going to be having diving through from your boy Hundo. Not going to be able to get a killing blow. Vein Crystal's mid HP still chunked down, but still kinetic. Able to find a kill. Vici Josue onto the Scarf. 2 kills going over to the side of Team Spain. Doesn't look pretty far. Hundo stacking up on his breaking point. 27, 28, 29, 30 stacks on his breaking point. Will he solo carry the game? I do indeed think so, but Flicker going to be able to turn it around, pick up the kill on Hundo. Kanunakawa, he's sticking around, 1v3, taking a big chunk of damage. He should be dropping down and giving an ace over to Team Spain. But the Blacklaw is still alive and lively. Imperium, will this be game? I'm not too sure. Taking hits after hit. The vein is open to damage. I'm not too sure. 1 more hit, 2 more hit, and this will be game number 1 going over to Team Germany.
Game 1, Maxman. This is game 1. And that finish was so close. Yes, I said I didn't think Germany would finish with that second Blacklaw. They nearly didn't.
Oh, man.
Spain was so close to protecting it. But realistically, you know, this is the way it kind of set out to happen because Spain didn't close out the early game in the way they should have. Maxman.
They done a few mistakes, in a row. Kind of
well, okay. The way it comes about, in my opinion, is they had a great early game. You know, we saw 5-1 kills in the first 2.5 minutes, but you got to try and convert that into any kind of objective damage in the first 5-6 minutes. You have to do that, Maxman. And the way you do that is not just getting kills, but actually rotating as a 5-man team from the offset, or even as a 4-man team. They didn't quite do that enough. And Germany, they really they stood their ground so often, and that really helped them then achieve their late game. And between the two teams, looking at it from a rotation point of view, Germany did overall look a little bit tighter. They looked a little bit neater. We saw Spain get caught out 1 too many times that I would be comfortable with myself if I was, let's say, their coach. But considering the absolute talent coming out of this Germany team, this game was so close, and I'm expecting it to get even closer.
Man, and that was just game number 1 of this BO5. If you did just join us, welcome to the WSG European Qualifier Grand Final. I'm Maxman, joined by Imperium, and we are just ready to jump into game number 2. I just cannot wait. any longer. Just kind of get the players ready, see if they are. And we're not going to make you guys wait any longer. We're just going to be jumping into the game once again. The Imperium, something that you were talking about earlier is like these stats. You know, we were talking about how close the community poll was earlier on Twitter. 45% voted for Spain and 55% for Team Germany. And this really showed up of how close this game was. Almost a 50-50% split. Unfortunately, just a few mistakes from Team Spain at the end did cost them game number 1. But it is not over, boys and girls. We, right now, right here, are ready to jump into game number 2 and see which team will be representing EU at the live event in China early 2019.
And also, when you think about it, you know, the goal difference was no more than 2,000 on either side. That's how close these teams were. I've not seen a goal difference that close between two teams in a competitive situation for a long time, Max, man. Really. So that shows how good these players are, shows how good the two teams are in terms of their individual capabilities of farming up, getting the relative CS they need to try to hit their power spikes. I would like to see Spain. I really love their comp. In my opinion, the downfall of their comp was the Flicker, because he just didn't have enough of a late game.
Yeah.
I would have preferred something like even a Lance, even a Tony, somebody that would have been able to. Well, I say Tony because I feel he would have been a bit tankier than the Flicker, and it would have allowed VG Sweet to become a little bit more protected and effective in the late game team fights than the Flicker. But Spain definitely have it within them to take a game and to really knock Germany off their perch. But Germany, they're looking strong. They are looking confident. As you said, from talking to Hundor during the week, they know what they need to do. They've prepared quite a good bit. I know Spain, as a 3-man team or so, have come up against a good few of the German players in ranked games and have won, but it's always completely different between rank and a live, a live grand final setting like this, Maxon.
Yes, it's just I just cannot wait right now. We're just checking out with the players. Everyone is ready to jump into game number 2. We are now starting the matchmaking part, and we are into the draft for the second game. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yes, and we do see Germany on the A side for the second game, because obviously we swap the teams over game on game. So Germany being the blue team, Spain being the red side on this second game. First ban, should I say, coming out from Germany is Reza. Once again, they want to take that away from Spain. I think they recognize how powerful this Reza can be and knocks off a heavy frontliner off the perch of being picked up by Spain. It's not, let's say, the most prioritized ban, but I do like it coming out from Team Germany.
I think they're just trying to let A-tier picks, like more S-tier actually picks available for their side. So they did ban away that. They do ban the Yates away. You know, they do have a few talents, let's just say, on the side of Team Germany that could play Yates to a very, very high level. Just get those perfect early engages around the Yates, so they do ban that away. Churn, going to be the first, actually the second casualty in this ban phase coming out from the side of Team Germany. Finn, Arden, Lorelei, still available, and so is Anchored. It was pretty impactful coming out from Joselu, but unfortunately, hitting up the late game, didn't have as much of a good front line, so unfortunately didn't get the sustain they were looking for.
Exactly.
So Anchor will be banned away, letting Arden, Lorelei, Finn open for pickups, and Keanu, what a beast on this Finn. I think he might go for it again here, Imperium.
I definitely think that would be a good solid first pickup. However, and Arden is kind of, you know, teasing them. And Arden, I'm a big fan of Arden. It's also flexible. You can play it in various different roles. You're able to take it into top lane, mid lane, top lane support, and even the jungle positions, Maxon. So it can really help kind of not give too much away on where your comp is basing. But Lorelei is a very effective hero against somebody like Arden. With that fish, she's able to lock the Arden down, even if it's for a split second, and help the team around Lorelei shut them down. good choice coming out from Spain. Let's see what they do follow up. And one thing to point out is Germany have actually gone for the same two bans in both games now, so it doesn't really matter what side they're on. They have a strategy. They have, their kind of set mentality that they want to take into these games, I feel.
Yeah, right now they did go for the Finn Lorelei. I do love that. Finn has a little bit of a trouble with move speed. That's going to be held up then by the Lorelei. Going to be able to allow him to roam around way more effectively. And they also did something really nice that I do enjoy. They took away this Finn from Keanu Nakura. It was an absolute beast with that pickup. Even though, unfortunately, did have Dorcas not being top tier with his Crucibles. Did miss a few of them, like 2 or 3. But I just want... Basically, Spain did really good in the early game. And I want to see them be continuous. I want them to have a good early, good mid, good late game. So maybe focus their draft for more of a late game focused time of the game. And they might have an opportunity because we were talking about that flicker that didn't really work out for them in the later part of the game. But anyways, they did go for the Samuel once again. Will this be played once more by Tyrus in the jungle with a Spellfire Frostburn build-up? I do think so. He was so good on that. His flanks were so good. He brought so much utility with the AoE slows on his Marlis on Verdict. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we see coming out from Team Germany, as they do go for the Varia. It's going to be played into the mid lane. Varia with Celeste, easily some of the best mid lane mages, also with Scarf, so not really surprised of that coming out from Team Spain.
Yeah, and also, looking at the German comp so far, there's a lot of mobility, there's a lot of kiting potential, there's also a lot of kind of positioning as well, because late game Celeste is going to have those Helios that are going to be able, with the extra range, going to be able to heal around, and you're going to have that Samuel with that Drift and Dark Malice Inverted that's really going to provide a lot of AoE damage. So I like what's coming out from Team Germany so far, but we saw the Grace being picked up by Spain. That's Finn, Grace, and Lorelei really going to be there to very much protect the Varia. Now we see Kinetic being locked in by Germany, so a lot of range coming out from this German team. That's gonna put the Finn under a good bit of pressure, especially in the early to mid game, Maxman. So definitely, Dorcas will not want to, overextend himself too much. And the final pick coming out from Germany is Inara. Don't know if I agree with it.
Yeah, same. I was just about to say that. With those specific picks of Samuel, Celeste, and Kinetic, I do not agree with the Inara pickup.
Yeah.
And it's on its own like that. After, if they do decide to put Inara in a utility role, going Crucible, Atlas Pauldron, War Treads, well, she basically have 2 War Treads with her ultimate. That would make a lot more sense. I wouldn't be surprised to see this Inara go fully pledged utility / roam. Would be really nice there, because you have such a tanky front line coming out, and also just so much peeling coming out from the side of Team Spain. You need something to pierce that through and commit complete mayhem in the enemy ranks of Spain. So Inara is definitely a hero that can do that. It's just going to be pretty hard to pull off because you have so much CC between Grace, Silvernail, Finn, Lorelei. She can dive, but the thing is, can she move around after she dives? Can she actually get out of a bad spot if she does engage a little bit out of position? That's going to be a big part of this game. So Inara, in my opinion, going to be going utility / roam, and we are ready to jump into game number 2.
Yeah, and also I fear, because Inara works best with a hero like Reza, Idris,
yeah.
Anka, and there's nothing really coming out from Germany. What I would feel is if they're very aggressive right from the start, which I kind of need to be, because of Spain's comp with the Finn, and even with the Varia, then yes, it can pay off because they'll be able to snowball, get into their own late game, get the itemization from the early onset. As you do see, once again, Dorcas has got the minion candy, so using that to his advantage. But I feel if they, going on the minion candy route, they should use it more often, Maximum. They should actually get it for the first 5-6 minutes to really try and push this German side away, but under pressure already by the Crystal Terrain.
Yeah, seems like Germany going to be a little bit pushed back by the invade coming out from Spain. I'm not saying no man Bruto, they're going to be going for the long way around. I think they could have just cut through the jungle and went right for the crystal buff. Going to try and steal away, will be secured by Keanu Nakura. A lot of resources, unfortunately, used up for nothing coming out from Spain. And that's very unfortunate. They did do the same kind of rotation last time, but unfortunately seemed like Spain were not able to pull it off twice in a row as effectively as they would have liked it. So still a little bit of a gold going to be going over to the side of Germany.
Just over in the bottom lane, there was a battle of the healing tree between Tires and it's Josu. And it came down to obviously the last hit, and it's Josu managed to secure it. And now we do see Spain securing their own crystal tree quite effectively. Goal difference is once again, unsurprisingly, Maxman, basically nothing between the two teams.
It's oblivion.
I wouldn't expect anything different because these behemoth teams are really bringing it all into this best of 5 series.
Yeah, definitely doing a good job so far in this early game. And as I said, Germany responded way better than what we saw in game number 1. Still, Germany came on top overall. Korkulaf does connect onto VG Josue, does get the protector contract. Borrow there, so not going to be taking too much of damage. So just got to be a little bit cautious. We are 2 minutes into the game. Looking at the itemization so far, looks like Joselu might be going for a weapon grace. We did see a bunch of weapon grace slowly come back into the EU Champions Cup Imperium, and it is a pick that, if it gets ahead, can be absolutely like a huge foe to deal with. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that come back with the Serpent Mask, a breaking point kind of build up. Anyways, right now into the early game, we might see another invade coming out, but Bruno is just a little bit too low, so he's not going to be able to go and say hello to Hundo and Techno JJ, so they're just going to be able to secure their double backs once again for themselves.
Yeah, and I actually agree with that graceful on weapon power into this situation, because the comp that's coming out from Germany is, I wouldn't say directly squishy, but they're carries that can be shut down a little bit easier. And when you have that grace that has that burst damage with the Surface Mask Tension Bow, that's going to put the carries down to, like, you know, nearly half health after a couple of items. And yeah, it is secured by Spain quite effectively.
Yeah, nice tripwire there coming out from your boy. Still an L played by Nosso Ungnomo. Going to be able to zone them out. Nicely done. So that's going to be the first CP buff stolen away by Team Spain. They're going to be trying to look for a little bit more, I think, in the upcoming future. Still no fights. Compared to last game, this is day and night in teams in terms of aggressive plays. We had like maybe 6-7 kills Imperium in like the first 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And right now, that hasn't occurred just once. No team fights whatsoever, and which is actually really surprising in my opinion when you have a comp that can be actually pretty decent in the early. There is Grace, Lorelei and Finn together. Their damage output is kind of scary if you're not really cautious about it, but also you have Sneaky Samuel early slash mid game was pretty dominant, also was the Arden. So just both teams, as I said, like game number 1, being really respectful and not looking for any fights when they do not have any kind of power spike.
And also, this is a top lane Samuel. We don't see much top lane Samuel coming out in the 3.8 meta, or even in general. But you know, it makes sense why it can work because of the perk that comes out from Samuel on the basic attacks that does give him a little bit of health, and a little bit of CP mana. It means that he's actually able to heal himself and sustain quite effectively, while, as you do see Spain going in onto Tyrus.
Spain flanking up onto Tyrus and Hundo. Hundo low on energy, but that will not be a matter, as they will be able to slip their way out of that one. But there we will be seeing one person call a little bit out of position. That's going to be Nosso Ungnomo. Does get a nice silent with the tripwire, but Nosso Ungnomo uses the flash. The Solar Storm going to be ripping through, but completely off target. And first blood going to be secured by Sneaky for the side of Germany. Nicely done. Finally, first blood was taken Imperium. We're going to have to see how this is going to be resolving around the near future.
Yeah, it's a good start coming out from Germany. They need to kind of start capturing that. They have about 1.2k gold lead already in the first 5.5 minutes as the ultimate comes out from BG. Just we try to damage down onto that German team. We have one tier 3 item coming out for Nosso Ungnomo to begin with. It is ahead of the Spanish side of the Surface Mask, so I would like to see them play on that a little bit more. Maxman, we do see Tyrus with that Storm Crown, but that's obviously not going to do that much. So looking at the tier 3 items, that Surface Mask coming out for Nosso Ungnomo, that has to be taken advantage of.
He has to try and use that to his advantage as soon as possible. Indeed, Imperium 6 minutes in, 1-0 for Germany, with a goal lead that now is slowly but surely climbing up, as you have a turret. Going to be the first casualty for the turret side in the bot lane. So we're going to be able to get himself out of that wall. Didn't use the flash, so he's going to be able to keep that up his sleeve for a near upcoming team fight. Still, right now, so far this game is going pretty nicely. And Tyro's first item went for the Storm Crown. People are not too sure about what to do with Storm Crown. Should it build it? Is it good? Is it bad? People are not too sure, but they will be able to secure that CP buff away. Nicely done from Techno JJ with that Celeste pickup. That is gone for the Spellfire first item that I do like. Once again, you're dealing with a Grace. He's got a big Divine Intervention potential that could come out. So just shutting down 33% of that healing potential is definitely a must-do in these circumstances.
Yeah, and also Germany now have a 2k gold lead. The nice Fisher comes out to stun up, but they are focused on the Dorcas quite effectively.
Mortal Wound applied. Oh, nice force to core, but unfortunately not going to be connected, and did just in case get crucibled out by the side of Team Germany. Ghost Wing is going to be up, going to be the next focus of the German players. Should be able to take it fairly effectively. Grace not going to be around the corner, doesn't have any information or vision. That's going to be an easy pickup for Germany.
What I find interesting is Dragon's Eye first item on Sneaky Maxman on this top lane Samuel. I don't know if I agree with it because he's on his own in top lane. I would have expected, you know, Frostburn or even Eve of Harvest first item, just because the Frostburn is more of a utility place with that slowdown. But either way, hey, look, it's working out for him. He's going to be able to stack up quite nicely against the likes of the Finn and the Grace. So maybe he's just playing for that late game, even in the early to mid game stages of this kind of game. So let's see how it does pay off for him, Maxon.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that point right there. I do think that going for fully pledged burst would have been way more interesting for their side because they have already 3 backline carries. So no need to scale up your damage if their enemies are dead, right? So no need for that. Plus we're going to be ganking up. He's just going to be like smacked right back into the face by Hundor. And I'm just going to be having to be a little bit cautious there. So he will be backing off right now. Hundor, he was really good on his Sylvanel early on, but now he is on his kinetic. I think his second best hero right now in his 3.8 meta. And
behind Idris?
Yeah, easily behind his hybrid Idris in the Imperium. And it's just right now, he's to the point where he's got his power spikes coming up slowly. And Tyro's just came in with a Storm Crown. And now we understand why you use a Storm Crown, right? To secure those objectives. It's basically a free smite.
Oh, you know, during the draft when the Inara was secured and you kind of said, well, can he get out of a situation? I think that kind of proves he can because he went in, he stole the crystal buff, and he ran back out there as if, oh, this is mine. See you guys. Talk to you later when we come up against you in a team fight and absolutely whoop your ass because this is 9 minutes in. They are about 4k gold ahead, and Germany are really starting to take control of this game quite effectively, Maxman. We're going to have the Blacklow in the next 3 minutes. They've got more turrets. Solar Storm breaks through. They're focusing on this mid lane turret.
Anvil's Hammer dropping down from the skies from Vijay Hoswe onto the entirety of Team Germany. Hoswe is going to be just going to be a rotating round. Core collapse under turret. Techno JJ, respect your enemies, goddammit. They're going to be able to pick up an easy turret there. Block coming out from Joselu to avoid getting pushed back by the Inara. They will be able to secure that. Nicely done, but man, like Joselu, Techno JJ just doesn't give a damn. Just rotated up, but now they're rotating up there. They do use the boots indeed. Bruto and also Nomo doesn't have that protection turret in the top lane anymore, so they will have to run back to the second best thing being a second top lane turret. But man, Techno JJ, what a beast!
I know, that absolutely fantastic play from this Celeste, but even just that kind of, even though it didn't come to anything, Maxman, but that kind of 4-man, you know, boots usage to kind of catch somebody out. That's how on point Germany are as a team. As a team, that's how on point they are. They're so unified in how they rotate. Even when they're separated, they feel unified as if they know what each other are doing. And when you're in this stage of the competition, in this stage of the game, that is so much more important. Never mind individual talent, but it's so much more important.
CV buff secured by Techno JJ. Going to be using a lot of resources to get that, but that's going to be going to their advantage. Don't think Team Germany should be going for a fight. They do have Tyros pretty low. But as I was sending into the draft phase, I thought Tyros would go for the fully pledged roam kind of build up. He did go for the Storm Crown, went for the War Chest. I think he might be going for Crucible next item as you are dealing with Dorcas onto this Finn.
Yes.
And actually really fun thing is like Dorcas, he was playing against the Finn earlier, like getting grabbed out of position quite a lot. Become what you fear, Imperium, and he picked it up for himself. So I do really like that kind of turn of events.
Yeah, of course, but he has yet to use the Force of Core quite effectively, Max. And I think because at this stage, actually, there's no reason for him to use it. Now will come into his own when the likes of the Varia and the Silvernail hit a higher level of a power spike. We do see VG just he has the alternating current and Dragon's Eye. I don't agree with the Dragon's Eye as a second item, Maxman. I think it should have been Spellfire because when you have a fiend that's looking to kind of hook in, you kind of want a bit more core damage. And No Soyonoma already has the breaking point. So why have double stackable items?
Dorcas, my friend, you are once again completely out of position. Repeat, Dorcas going to be costing a little bit of the game for Tide of Team Spain. And Blacklaw is indeed just spawned Imperium. So that's going to be an easy pickup from Spain. They can maybe try and steal it away. I'm not too sure. That will not be the case coming out from Spain. Unfortunately, Blacklaw secured up. They did already get the first mid lane turret. Going to be trying to change their focus onto these second mid lane turret. Should be able to find it in the next upcoming seconds. Unfortunately, Dorcas has to wake up a little bit right now. This is going to be costing your China live event potential to go there.
Yeah, that's kind of he's a great support player, and he's actually pulled out some fantastic crucibles, and I was impressed with his reactions.
Oh man, the 3-man Oblivion going to be coming out. The crucibles coming out completely oblivious, coming out from, unfortunately, Dorcas. Whoa, a nice damage output from Sneaky. He's completely stacked up. 11 stacks on the Dragon's Eye as they do drop down the gauntlet. Gonna try and get kills. Gets up 1, gets up 2. Now looking for more. Fiji Horsewhip does use the flask. Will that be enough? I do not think so. He does get to his base, but you know that this move will indeed be enough for Team Germany to pick up game number 2 against Spain for themselves. GG once again.
Is this kind of two completely different teams that we're seeing? Not saying that Germany did bad, but this was like the complete opposite. No kills on the side of Spain, only 6 kills on the German team. But you see what I was talking about in the last game, Maximan, about effectively securing an early game with objectives. Only 6 kills on the German side, but they close the game out in 30 minutes. What does that tell you? Rotations as a 5-man team, strategy, sticking together, and securing the objectives. It's the most important aspect of the game. It's great to chase down a kill, but if you don't take advantage of it, you're basically only wasting time. And Germany, they did not waste any time in securing that second game, and they are 1 game away from securing their spot in the live finals in China.
Damn it, man. Like, these rotations coming out from Team Germany, game number 1, they were decent, it was fine, but like here, they were much more effective in what they ever, like, in all their rotation. They were much faster. So they were just outrating completely the side of Team Spain, and Spain wasn't able to respond to that in any effective way, so that was very unfortunate for them. But now, man, I'm going to say one thing. I don't want, guys, don't call me a bully, please. I'm going to say one thing. Dorcas, take a Red Bull, just take some energy drinks or something, and just put yourself back into the game. Because Dorcas right now is a little bit, like, heading to the clouds, if I may say so. He's out positioned quite a lot of time. Just stick to your team. This is Vainglory 5v5. It is not a ping pong match. It's not 1v1. So you've got to try and stick with them as much as possible. Anyways, guys, going to be setting up the next upcoming game for this BO5. Right after you did just join us, welcome. I'm your host, Maxman, joined by my fellow friend, Imperium. I'm pointing the right way. And we do have right now a 2-0 situation in this BO5 for Team Germany up against Spain. So if Germany win this third game, they will be securing their spot in the live event for China WSG finals in early 2019. And they will be representing us, European players, in that tournament. Imperium, do you think Germany can pull off the clean 3-0, or maybe Spain's still got something up their sleeve?
Hey, look, Spain definitely have the individual talent. They do. That is no doubt about it. They beat Germany 2-0 in the Qualifier 2 finals. They can do it. They've just got to tidy things up. Their comp in that second game was not bad, but the itemization was off. I pointed out before we got kind of an epic team fight to close out the game. But you don't, in my opinion, in a game where you're kind of behind, you don't have 2 carries with stackable items. Varia had Dragon's Eye, The Silvernail had breaking
Especially
point
against a
as
team
their
that has
second
so
guy.
many squishy targets on the side of Team
Exactly.
Germany. Yeah.
You want to burst them down, you know, because Finn needs to be able to hook them in, shut them down, boom, onto the next target. There's no point in trying to stack up. You're not going to be able to do that. Plus, like you pointed out, Dorcas got caught out one too many times, Maxman. And when your support hero is getting caught out, you might as well not be able to stack up at all. You know what I mean? So Spain tighten things up as a 5-man team, get those itemizations a little bit more on point, and yes, they will be able to take down Germany. But we are into the draft of this third game, Maxman.
Indeed, Imperium, we are ready to rumble into this third and maybe last game. I would feel a little bit bad to end the party so soon, but
I know,
this
right?
might be a thing. And anyways, Imperium, we've been like praising Hundor for his hybrid Idris plays so much, but so far it hasn't came out. Is he maybe keeping that secret for the China Live event? Is he ready? Does he think this is already over? I don't know. But like right now, he's just he's ready to go for it.
He could be saving the best till last, Maxon.
Best for last, but
You
this
know what I
might be
mean?
the last
So-
one. So
Well, yeah, exactly. So we could see it coming out in this game. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do, to be perfectly honest. They've gone straight away for the Reza ban after a Lorelei ban coming out from Spain. A little bit of deja vu, actually, from the first game. Now, it does seem like they're going for the Finn ban instead of, I think it was the Yates ban they banned in the first game. But we're going to see, I'm going to guess, yeah, Turn Walker. Germany, they know what they want to do.
okay, so Team Spain there, they don't want to deal with the Finn. Like they didn't have a good time playing it. They didn't have a good time playing against it. So just ban it away. They do go for the Arden first pickup. Going to be able to, if it is played top lane, going to be able to hold that lane quite effectively. Imperium with a nice little bit of impact. They do go for the Yates. Shianu Nakura showed us how good of a Finn player he is. Now he's going to play basically mini Finn with a one-man grab. And their early game so far is looking pretty terrifying just by having that Yates. But they pick it up with the Silver Nail. Should be picked up by Hundor.
That's exactly what they needed to do. Silvernail counters Yates. You get Yates. Let's get Silvernail with it. Never mind the fact that Hundor is fantastic on Silvernail, but you take away a direct counter to Yates. You make Yates stronger. You make him more compatible to your comp. Boom. But we do see Spain following it up with the Lyra. Not a bad pick. That Bright Bulwark will be very effective. Plus, Lyra does kind of counter Arden. So you put the Arden with the Lyra. Again, similar to the Yates Silvernail combo, it's going to work quite well together. It all comes down to what that third pick is, and it is going to be an Anka coming out from Spain. But Spain need to follow it up with some more frontline heroes like Idris, like you know, even something like a Glaive that's really going to help Dianca come into her own and to really play off those power spikes. We do see third pick from Germany being a Grace.
They're going to be trying to keep this Silver Nail alive for as long as possible. But Imperium, I would love to see a fully pledged reverse sweep here. We did have that in the NAWSG Grand Finals. Vision up against Tribe. Vision winning 2-0, then Tribe coming back with a huge, huge reverse sweep. 3-2 for Tribe, as they will be representing NA. If this could be the same thing for EU, I would be so happy, because even though I love Team Spain, I love Team Germany in this matchup. Wow, very biased casting, Max, man. But I also love one good comeback, and I think you guys at home do also enjoy that. So right now, I'm hoping that Spain can pull off a way, way cleaner game into this. But right now, they did go for the Celeste. Now Scarf going to be picked up by the side of Team Spain. I do like this Scarf, and especially Scarf, what's really interesting, Imperium. Even though you have a really good front line composed of the Yates and the Grace, if you have Scarf and you use your Dragon's Breath, you don't care if you got a front line on the enemy team. You can just directly go and target down the enemy back lane if you get a block, of course, to avoid any kind of CC. So I do like this Scarf pickup here. If he gets the lead and he gets nice damage output and an early itemization lead, he can completely shut down the Celeste and the Silver Nail. But it will be hard to pull off because you're not playing up against any team. This is Team Germany.
Yeah, and I do worry for this Scarf, because you're gonna realistically, when you're looking at the Spanish comp, Maxman, as we're waiting for the last pick to come out from Germany, you know, the Arden is gonna want to, in my opinion, engage with Dianca. So that leaves Lyra to protect both Scarf and Kinetic. And I worry with the front line and the pull and the CC that's going to come out from Germany that they're not going to be able to do that. You have Oblivion, you have Core Collapse, you have the Yates Hook, you have the Holy Nova coming out from Grace. That is CC from 5 members, all members of that German team, with only a Lyra with the Bright Bulwark up on really not that low cooldown. I really fear the Spanish comp. There's just not enough, in my opinion, to protect and allow Scarf to get the late game. However, I could be wrong. Only time will tell, Maxon.
Indeed, Imperium, only time will tell, as we might, right here, guys, be joining our eyes for the last time for this European WSG qualifier session in 2018. I am so happy to be in this match with you, Imperium, and for you guys to bring you your European Vainglory competitive action that you deserve. But anyways, enough of me talking, Imperium. We are into this game, ready to go at it, as we see both teams setting up maybe a little bit of a skirmish into the mid lane that will be going to the advantage of Team Germany, as they do have this Yates we've been talking about so much, Imperium.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the fact that double contractors coming out from Dorcas all the time. I feel like it's only really situational, Maxman, and in this situation, I don't think on the Lyra it's needed.
Man, Vigil, so be careful. Keanu's right there, but he's not going to be with his team anyway, so we're going to be seeing a rotation from Team Germany going for their own CP buff, and also then Bruto and Joselu for their own Crystal Treant. Nothing lost, nothing taken away. Just going to be a really passive early game. A little bit like we had in game number 2, so not surprising so far. And the comps basically in the same playstyle than we had in that second game, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just going to be a matter of really Germany looking to kind of carry the same momentum as they did in the second game. Maxman, not necessarily
Hundo the Flask, and that's going to be a really, really helpful tripwire in that top lane. Going to be able to make a little bit more room for him. And going to be able to get out of the grasp of Bruto and Joselu. Almost first blood. Oh, but just when I say it, first blood. Going over to the side of Team Germany. As they do pick up VG Hoswid. It seemed very deep with that. I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually a grab coming out from Keanu Nakoa.
Yeah, and you can't let... On the Scarf, you can't let yourself get...
Oh no, Imperial. I think I'm having the anchor bug, you know, when it like moves the camera. Oh no, please don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me. I hope the camera's not going to be lagging that much. We'll see. Bruto is ready to jump on to the target. Keanu's going to be the one a little bit too split. They couldn't try and jump back in, but Joselu just completely out of position and will be the first casualty in that skirmish from the side of Team Spain.
2 minutes 20 seconds into this game, we see already about an 800 goldie coming out from Germany. We've seen 2 deaths on this Spanish side, one being their main carry, which is Scarf. You don't want to let him get starved out in an early game. You've got to protect this Scarf and let him get to that power spike in the late game. Let him become this monstrous little baby dragon with those 3 or 4 items on his build path, and then he'll be able to really make a difference. So Spain, take it easy, play safe, don't do a Dorcas and get caught out.
Oh, whoa, you're already calling it after Dorcas? Wow, okay, roasted. No, how dare you. It's all good. I just hope the Dorcas can pull off a way cleaner game in this one. Tyrus, one-man army. Can he pull off the jungle steal? Well, apparently that's a yes. That's Tyrus just going to be 1v2 in that crystal buff and securing it for his very self. Nicely done.
Man, I love you, Tyrus. I actually love you, man. No, it's like, it's just that amazing bike stack building. Now, in fairness, with Samuel, he's one of the heroes that is able to kind of secure those kind of objectives. But Tyrus is especially good at it.
Just a little bit of lag there was the camera, unfortunately. Sorry, guys, I do apologize for that. We are trying to have a fight there coming out. Going to try and invade Tyrus. He's on his own. Now going to be joined up also by Keanu Nakoa. Techno JJ's around the corner. If they want to try and invade this, I think it might be a little bit complicated. So they will let that one slip through for now, at least.
Yeah, and VGSP had ported back, so there's no reason for Spain to really look to invade the jungle of the German side. We did see it's Josu have to boots away, so that's going to be on cooldown for the next around 130 seconds or so. So that's going to definitely be important if Germany can capitalize that in some way, shape, or form in the next couple of minutes to shut down Josu in this top lane. Ireland, it's going to be hard because Ireland is one of the best top laners in this 3.8 patch in the current Vainglory meta. He's able to do a lot of damage while sustaining a lot on his own side. But Spain securing this first turret in the bottom lane, this is going to be good for them. However, no Soy Unomo does go down. Bruto potentially going to get caught out as well.
Not potentially, he is caught out right now, but he will be able to barely slip through. That does get grabbed back there. It does use a flask, and the camera is bugging with Anchor. I am sorry, guys. It is when every time she dashes around, the camera just messes up. I don't know why, that's really weird. But we do see now Techno JJ. He is onto this Spellfire Celeste. Really good. You are against the Lyra, so that's definitely one item you want to have for your team. Going to be going utility and damage output overall. So I do like that. Oh, man, stop dashing around, man. That's why I don't like it when I'm on the PC version and they pick Alpha. It's so annoying.
Buttery smooth, man. That Vainglory buttery smooth experience, but 5.5 minutes into this game, 3 kills on this German team. The goal difference actually isn't that much, Maxman. It's only about 600 in the favor of Germany. In my opinion, Spain are actually overall playing a better game. I know we've seen VG3 get caught out, but in my opinion, they look a little bit tighter as a team overall in their respective lanes. They've got that first turret, though, so that what that does, Max, is that allows No Soy Noma and Bruto to rotate effectively up to that mid lane to try to let the Scarf get to his late game. Spain are looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's a lot better game than what he had in that second one. They just fell behind pretty hard. Bruto, he's the one that's going to be caught out. They tried to pull the trigger, but he gets shot right back. Going to be forced away. He does have his Marriage ultimate available if he still wants to, and he is with that level 6 spike, which is a really big spike if I don't think like the biggest spike on Anchor in general. So now he's going to be actually a foe to reckon with when you're on the side of Team Germany, but still, right now, 6 minutes, 30 seconds in, 3-0 for Germany. A gold lead, almost grinding to a 1,000 lead. Not that big when you're only 6 minutes in, but still something you have to be very cautious about. Otherwise, you can just give them just a little bit more room to come back in this game and just completely shred you to pieces.
Exactly. We do see Dorcas has picked up that Crucible as his first item. It is. And actually, Keanu has gone for Fountain as first item, so that is actually interesting. I do actually agree with it in this situation because the Core Collapse connects on the Arden.
Do get the grab down onto the Arden, completely out of position. Holy Nova will be blocked out just in time, and he forces out the Gauntlet. Oblivion not going to be connecting on anyone. So the Storm ripping on through, connecting onto Arden, and also the Scarf. Just doing a little bit of chip damage, you know, almost getting a killing blow, but not quite yet. That is only a level 1 Solar Storm coming out from Techno JJ. The Black Claw, Ghosting, sorry, will apparently be the next focus coming out from German team. I'm not sure if they will be able to do that without too much of a hassle, because there is Bruto and also Noma around the corner as he does to get a grab down. But it was a core collapse across the wall coming out from the German team. Mirage ultimate will not be enough, and that's going to be the first casualty in that fight for Spanish team. Handor does get the Divine Intervention, does get the sustain. He doesn't have the breaking point, so no scaling damage up, unfortunately, but you don't need it when you're Handor. You can just put out raw damage, and that will be enough, and he's going to be able to push back this Lyra, played by Dorcas, out of position as they do secure the Ghost Ring 8 minutes in.
This is the CC chain capability of Germany coming out on its own. It's worked twice in the last couple of minutes, and it's going to work time and time again. Pull coming out by Keanu Nakoa. Tyrus is looking to go in with those malice and verdicts quite effectively, but we've seen Core Collapse into Holy Nova, into some really effective play coming out from Germany. It's 8.5 minutes in. They have the goal lead. They have that buff lead. They really have itemization slight advantage. We do see Tyrus once again going for that Frostburn first item, being a bit of a utility CP item, effectively done, looking to really slow down the engage coming out from Spain. It's going to push the Arden away quite nicely as we have a bit of a team fight in this bottom lane, Maxman.
Yeah, definitely Imperium Tyro is going to be trying to push back and also Nomo and Bruto, but that's going to be The ult coming out from Yates. Not going to be working out, unfortunately, for Keanu Nako. Just send hello and then right away goodbye. Not ready to commit whatsoever. We talked about in the draft phase about this Arden. He's holding that top lane really, really well. But though we do have a fight coming out and bursting up into the bot of the jungle. That was unfortunately the Samuel. Tyra's just way too deep onto the front line. Not able to do much right there. But now he's the one pulling the trigger in this fight. As Anchor dives on through. Does use the Mirage ultimate. Can he get the killing blow? I do think so. Mirage and a crab ton of damage onto Tyra's as the Dragon's Breast coming out from the Scarf. Going to be doing quick work of this Celeste. And that's what we were talking about in Draft 2 Imperium. Dragon's Breast, even if you have a really good front line, you don't really care that much. You can just burst damage right through them.
Yeah, indeed. Great job coming out from Bruto in this anchor. Finally hitting that little bit of a power spike with that Spellfire, looking to build into some more core damage. You're going to be able now to secure that mid lane turret. Hopefully, come on. Unfortunately, it's not quite being done. And I think it shows it could have actually rotated down to help secure that, because top lane turret isn't really as important in terms of protect themselves. But VG just sweet. Look at you game target. Call that potential.
That Oblivion was so close, but they will be able to get the CC potential on VG Horseway locked down, and he will be dropping to the feet of this Sylvanelle. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do much in that fight. And they would you see right now, you see Spain, they're trying to come back in this game. They're trying to pull the trigger and trying to rotate and even out-rotate the side of Team Germany. But unfortunately, they just can't do so because the reaction time from the German team is just so fast. We get invaded mid lane, come over, help us out, turn it into a 4v3, a 4v2 situation, sorry. And that's what they're doing that perfectly. It's just their reaction time, not only their rotation, but their reaction time is praiseworthy from the German team.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's how well they were doing it time and time again in the first game. They did it disgustingly in the second game. But this third game, Maxman, it's still a lot closer. The goal lead is no more than a K between the two teams. Itemization is very similar in time-wise. We do see Hundo with that 2 items and a little bit of a more attack speed compared to Noiso and Nomo, who has also Surface Mass Breaking Point. So both comps are looking well itemization-wise. You could say that Sneaky is looking a little bit better with that more defense-heavy Grace build on 2 items so far, but Arden only has that 1 tier 3 item, as the ghosting is secured by Germany, and they might want to look to take advantage of it. But we do see Yates going in onto the top lane.
Yeah, Yates just ulting his way through to the top lane. Not going to be able to pick up a kill on Joselu anyways. That's not going to be too much of a problem. Still, they're trying at their very best to keep their objectives up and lively. They only lost 1 turret into the top and the bot lane. Though Germany, they got every single first lane turret because they're going to try and get the one that was missing. That is this bot lane one. Bruto joining the fray with Nosong Nome and Dorcas. They're going to get pushed, and they still have this Ghost Ring buff, and that's going to be turned into a 4v5 situation. Germany feeling really dominant in the potential next team fight. And look at the damage output from your boy Tyrus. So much sieging potential, and this is just the beginning as the Solar Storm going to be forcing out the Crucible from Dorcas. Not really what you want to use a Crucible for, unfortunately. Now that's going to be one huge item just completely out of use from the Spanish team. And, oh man, they shouldn't use that because now they're in a really bad spot if they get completely engaged. And we do have Bruto dashing around. Please stop doing that. The camera gets messed up. But they're trying their very best right now. But unfortunately, Dorcas has to wait. Crucible is on a 50-second cooldown. But unfortunately, that really shows up. Dorcas doesn't have the block anymore. And he's going to get CC chained to death, Imperium.
And what is VG Just Sweet doing? He's nowhere near the rest of his team. Yes, he's gone for the Crystal Tree, but if they hadn't caught out Dorcas, then they would have caught out VG Just Sweet because they were heading that direction. And now we're 30 minutes in. Germany secure a kill. They're now going to secure Blacklaw. This is beautiful reactional play. VG, now it's Jose gonna get caught out.
Oh my god, Joselu uses the gauntlet, but unfortunately they're going to be able to slip their way right through that gauntlet barrier, and were able to get the killing blow onto Joselu. So the Storm ripping on through onto VG Josue. Going to be forcing him out of use in the next fight there, as they do secure a really fairly easy Blacklaw. Only 13, almost 14 minutes in Imperium. They are full HP. They did get the regen buff on that. And this is going to be pretty hard for them to come back. I'm not sure if they can actually do it. I know especially Joselu, he's went for the Sword Blade Tension Mode build-up, and he just still can't find any kills. 0-2, pretty badly done. Dorcas using the Crucible once again, completely out of touch with what's going on around him, and also the abilities coming out from the side of Team Germany, and he just completely getting bullied at this point, and I don't know if he's going to be able to stop this dragon push, and I don't think they can save this choke point turret into the mid lane, as they do have this Celeste and Samuel that's just going to be like pushing it out pretty effectively.
Yeah, maybe Dorcas thinks he's playing the game of Arena of Valor, Max, and I don't know what is going on. But either way...
Stop! Boom! Oh, yeah.
Okay, that reaction was absolutely crazy. But either way, Spain, they managed to survive.
Anchor, stop it! Trying to dive on it. Bruto. Spellfire not going to be connected, unfortunately, but Bruto's just very, very low. The weapon tree going to be secured away by Nosong Nomo. Nosong Nomo, there is with the Stepper Mask breaking point. He doesn't still have his Bone Saw, unfortunately. So does Hundor. So far, the weapon carries on both sides are pretty evened out in terms of itemizations. But in terms of damage up, you can definitely see that Hundor is pretty far ahead. Grab does connect with a stun on the Holy Nova. They do get the Alice down, rendering Nosong Nomo completely useless. And now they're going to change their focus over to Dorcas and also to the Arden. Out of position, Divine Intervention, 700 heal onto the backline heroes there. And unfortunately, they're not going to be able to find much. And they do pick up one, pick up two. And this camera is just making me absolutely go crazy. Basic stack following him to his doom as Joselu, Nosong Nomo, Vigihoswe, and Bruto go down in this team fight. Spain just completely getting shredded to pieces, Imperium.
Yeah, I said it was risky when Spain started going for the Ghost Wing. They're not in this game enough that they can confidently secure it. Plus, Anka was Bruto on this. Anka was nowhere near the rest of his team. You know, so it was really not the wise choice for them to do. Spain got a couple of kills. Germany got a couple of kills. They are able to secure Ghostwing themselves. The goal difference is still not that much. It's only about 4k. Itemization wise, really, TechnoJJ is looking so strong with 3 full damage items, and VG only has about 2.5. So never mind the fact that TechnoJJ has a crystal infusion in his pocket, that he's just activated, ready to unleash onto this Spanish team. And Tyrus also has a crystal infusion in his back pocket. So Germany are ready to fight, Maxon.
I'm definitely looking for the next upcoming opportunity. But Spain, they saw the first Milan turret being so low. They're going to try and take it for themselves. Their Spitfire will do quick work of indeed that objective. Crystal Chain going to be focused down by TechnoJJ, securing it without too much of a hassle. Ghosting will be respawning in the next upcoming minutes normally, so just something to keep in the back of your head. Joselu going to be caught out, and Spain, every time is just people getting caught out and not able to do much. It does force out his Gauntlet Solar Storm, ripping on through, doing quick work of Joselu. Not a killing blow though, but forcing him definitely back to his bases. Anchor's just teleporting around. Stop it, please. I'm so mad, dude.
It's okay, man. We just gotta get over it, get through, and Spain have got to try and survive.
Try and dive on through. That's going to be also Bruto going to try and get down, but unfortunately he gets completely put to sleep. But will find a killing blow with the Mirage Ultimate. Bruto just jumping around. But Tyrus, he's away from his team, but he's not getting focused whatsoever by the Spanish team. And that will be the first casualty. Followed up also with Nosong Nomo. They're losing the 2 main carries. Also locking down the kill on Joselu. He does use the flask, but the stacking and the damage from Tyrus is definitely present. They do get the choke point turret. Now they crack open the base of Spain. They might even look for the armory. They have this Captain Minion. They should be able to do so. Spitfire's doing quite a lot of work for Joselu, but unfortunately he's not able to get a direct opportunity to hit down the enemy backlines, which is something we were talking about. So Dragon's Breath is definitely going to be the core ability for Vigihoswe if he wants to pick a nice fight for the Spanish team.
And I want to give a lot of respect to Spain in that team fight engagement, because that's the first time we've seen them actually try to take control of this game, Max, man. It didn't quite pay off, but they got a couple of kills. And what that did, by focusing and engaging hard onto this German team, they actually slightly caught the German team out, Max, man. And they were able to focus down quite effectively. But what they need to do is they just need to wait a little bit longer and have a little bit more synergy when performing the hard engagement full Bruto again.
Definitely engaging it, Bruto. He has the potential to go in front to Hundor just way too far onto this front lane. Oblivion going to be crucibled out. Nicely done. Dorcas, you have redeemed yourself, my friend. Tyrus going to be able to get a nice little shot to Tyrus. 2-man down on the German team. For Spain, they're just way too low. Is this a good opportunity to go for the Black Claw Imperium? I'm not too sure because Tyrus, he has the potential to dash out a crap ton of damage if he does decide to do so. Anchor will be able to get a nice little bit of a dash through. Will be able to get onto the Grace. He never does connect, but that's going to be a turnaround. Clean sweep from your boy Tyrus. Anchor just jumping around. Blacklaw going to be taken down by the kinetic. No steal, unfortunately. Divine Intervention down onto Tyrus. Going to get focused down. 900 heal, but will it be enough? That will not, unfortunately, as they do lose him. 3v1 onto Sneaky Blacklaw. Going to be marching down through the mid lane. Jorkas going to be able to regen a little bit. Also, Keanu Nakua going to be ulting his way through. Going to try and get an ace if he can. Nice Arcane Passage. Going to be able to get away from the grasp of Keanu Nakua. They're just now going to be back porting to their base. Blacklaw hammering onto the second mid lane turret Imperium.
This is Spain getting back into it. I really like the fact that they're hard engaging on this Germany team. They're kind of going, okay, we need to take control of this game. We need to really put into it, because at this stage of the game, Maxman, if they kind of play as passive as they have, but getting caught out at the same time, they're kind of handing it to Germany on a platter. But by at least trying to take control and trying to engage hard onto the Germany team, if they lose the team fight, they've gone down, while fighting. So it's kind of like, okay, well, we tried in this situation. We tried to win the team fight, but it didn't quite work out. But it's actually worked out quite well in the last couple of engagements. They just got to do a little bit more. We do now see VG Josui has got a reflex block. He's got 3 full damage items. Once again, Techno JJ, though, has no defense, so he's going to be absolutely operating on full cylinders around this Ghost Wing area as a team fight engagement is looking to happen.
Just get a stun down onto Bruto. Bruto, he has the potential to dive. If he wants to, he will do so. Trying to get the killing blow onto Hondor. Arcane Passage nicely done coming out from the Grace. And the gauntlet going to be absolutely huge for the Spanish team. Tenno JJ, one man standing. As he did mention, no defense. Core Claxto will be connecting down onto that boy. Solar Storm not going to be coming out. And that's going to be an ace from the Spain. Is this a comeback? I definitely do freaking think so. The base was not cracked open, unfortunately, early on. They could try and potentially do a little bit of damage on the base of Team Germany.
If they focus right, they could actually get the armory. I feel still a bit risky because it's about 10 seconds until.
Wait, are they ending it? Are they ending it?
What?
Spain?
What?
Are you ending it, my boy?
No.
Apparently they
no
are.
Way.
Spain Crystal, they're going to know the respawn time is 2 seconds for Keanu Nakua, but he's not going to be able to do anything, Imperium. And this will be game number 3 with a nice, huge comeback from Team Spain. This is what I wanted to see, Imperium. I'm happy. I'm a happy man. I don't care if they lose the next game. This is making me so happy. Are we seeing a European clean sweep just like Team NA and WSG? Oh man, so cool.
I have such a smile on my face, Maxon. This is so hype. Spain, they were down for so much of this match. They were, okay, they weren't like heavily down, but you could see it kind of going further down. But it was that one engagement with the Lyra portal with Dorcas really kind of going, okay, we need to take control. The rest of the team followed. That's the kind of leadership Spain need to pull out. That's the kind of hard engagement Spain needed to pull out. And they did it time and time again. And it's like Germany weren't quite prepared for it. In the game, it's like they were on the back foot a little bit. And it was kind of like, wait, what the hell? We're losing these team fights? And they couldn't react to it quickly enough because Spain kept on doing it. And when you keep on engaging onto a team that isn't really expecting it, you're going to eventually win it. Plus, never mind the fact that Scarf being that late game hero, along with the fantastic gauntlets coming out from its Joslu.
And the Arcane Passages,
Spain
man,
looks
they were
so
good. They could just close the gap on the Hundle. And as you were mentioning, they have a pretty good front line coming out on the side of Team Germany, but it's not a front line that has that much peeling. Unfortunately, they're more of heroes like Grace and also Yates. They are heroes that are going to try and pull the trigger for your team, but if you get engaged, those heroes lose all kind of use in that. And that's what they were doing. They had the Gauntlet, they had the Arcane Passage, and also the Anchor. Even though she was glitching my camera, she was unfortunately, for Team Germany, she was able to get right on top of Hundor. And also the Celeste, as you did mention, that gone completely defenseless and just completely shred them to pieces. So it was really nice engagements, and I think Spain definitely redeemed themselves because they did have not that good of an early game, but at that point, they just came back really, really strong. So I got to give them props for that, and I'm just waiting for a clean sweep and like a nice comeback, and that would be absolutely huge in my hands.
I don't think it's going to be a clean sweep because I think this will have woken Germany up a bit, Maxon. We still yet to see Honduras Idris. We've really yet to kind of, that last game, as much as Germany were kind of in control, they weren't as dominant as the second game. I pointed that out. They didn't look as clean, as kind of you know, synergized. Whether or not because they were just taking a bit more of a backseat after going 2 games ahead, that they slightly dismissed this Spanish team. But at this stage of the game, you don't dismiss your enemy. You respect them, because once you start respecting them a bit more, you don't let your guard down as much. And Spain took full advantage of it, and we are into a game 4 of this best of 5 series. Max, like I said, I don't think Germany are going to let it happen again, but this could give Spain the boost of confidence they need, the mental boost to kind of go, wait, we can pull this off.
Yeah, they definitely can do so, and I'm not doubting the potential of the Spanish team. Anyways, if you guys just join us at home onto the MGL_esports channel, welcome to the WESG Qualifier Grand Final for the European scene. Right now we are having one epic showdown of Team Germany versus Team Spain, and the winner of this PO5 will be the EU representatives in the WSG live event early 2019 in China. So definitely a lot on board for this next upcoming this game so far. Right now we are we're going to be jumping into our fourth game, guys. Let's check it out. So right now in this situation, we do have a 2-1 situation over to Germany. Germany very close to being able to end the game. They're not able to do quite as they were expecting. So now Germany said they're going to be a little bit more cautious, and I definitely do think that's going to be something and an attitude that will come out from the German team. They don't want to give any room for the Spanish team to come back into this game in any effective way. We have the teams up and ready. Just going to ask if they're ready to jump back into the game, and if so, we will be jumping into game number 4.
Yeah, and also, you got to think that, like I mentioned, Germany have not pulled out the absolute fantastic hybrid Idris pick. They haven't really, other than the second game, they haven't really pushed Spain to their absolute limits. So I think they're going to be going out all guns blazing in this fourth game once we get all of these players really set up. And also, the mental state of these players, you got it, like I talked about it earlier. But, like, they're nearly what? They're going into, like, they're pretty much their 80th minute of gameplay with little to no break. That's kind of got to wear in them a little bit. Because, yes, okay, a lot of these players who will rank, they will rank game after game, but it's a completely different mentality. Because when you're ranking, it's just a bit of a yellow. But when this is for a live championship spot to represent your whole region, there's a bigger weight on your shoulders individually and as a team. So, who is going to have the biggest mental preparation, the biggest kind of strength mentally to get through it? Germany have the players with the experience. Honduras is used to live event plays. Tyrus is used to kind of live event plays. So is Techno JJ, as well as Ken and Nakoa. Whereas the Spanish side, they're not really as experienced from that point of view. So it really could come back to bite Spain in the ass in this next game. Of course, only time will tell. Germany are roughly between, depending on how quick they want to make it, they're between 13 and 25 to 30 minutes away from securing their spot. Max, and of course, I expect Germany from a draft point of view to straight away take away Reza and Idris. Reza and Turin. I think that's going to be the case. I just think it comes down to what they're going to do to counter Spain and really take it to them in this fourth game draft.
Okay, so right now, sorry guys for the delay. We have everyone ready into the game. We're just going to check and have the go information from both teams, and if so, we'll be able to jump into the fourth game. Right now, it is a 2-1 situation for the German team. So if they do win this next upcoming match, there will be the EU representatives in the WSG Grand Final tournament in the China Live event early 2019. Going to be having a lot on board for both of these teams. Checking out right now, asking Imperium. Draft-wise, do you think we're going to have maybe a repeat of what he had in the 2 last games, or maybe something a little bit more like Game the 1 with a little bit more aggressive plays? Because that definitely worked out for the sort of Team Spain, sorry. And I think that if they just played their late game a little bit more like as a team play, which unfortunately they didn't do, I think they could pull it off way faster because their early was just such an impactful moment of their plays today.
Yeah, of course, their early game in that first game was really impressive. They knew they had to do that, but like I said, they didn't really turn into objectives. If in this fourth game they can do that, they can pull out a strong early game comp. I would like to see a bit more synergy between a jungler and the support hero, or between kind of the frontline heroes, should I say, maximum, because I don't think we've gotten the kind of the most optimized pairing of frontliners in these drafts. So I would like to see a little bit more coming out from that. But either way, like I said, Germany straight away banning the Reza. I expect a Lorelei ban or a Yates ban coming out from Spain as their first ban. But it is a Finn.
They definitely know the potential of a Reza. They just first ban it every single time. Going to be also banning away the Finn. They don't want to deal with that hero anymore.
Churn
2
ban.
games was left
Churn.
open. They don't want that anymore. Sorry, what?
Churn ban. It speaks for itself. No, but it's going to be a churn ban.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Germany.
Like, that's
Sorry.
Finn, right?
No, like, they've got 5 seconds. I don't know why they're taking their time. Yeah,
Wow.
take it away, boys.
Okay, they did go for the churn ban indeed. That lets a few potential picks up and available for the start of Team Spain, and also Team Germany, of course, being the Arden, Lorelei, and Yates. You saw Keanu Ko on the Yates doing a good amount of job in the early and mid game in that 3rd game. Will they pick it up again? It does seem like they are having that soft lock coming out from Techno JJ. Available. They do go for the Samuel ban, taking the main pick from Tyrus away. You were too good, Tyrus. So will not giving you Samuel again. But that lets a new potential of picks available for Tyrus, known to also Cruel right now in Vanguard 5 as one of the highest win rates, and that we actually don't see played all that much, Imperium.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case, but they go. Team Germany go for this Arden as their first pick. It's confident, it's a flexible hero, speaks for itself, but that does leave open Yates and Silvernail. Come on, Torcus, lock it in. It would be the most logical pick, in my opinion, but they could also go for the Anka or the Lorelei. It wouldn't be the worst pick in the world, but I definitely think, I definitely think Silvernail would have been the best pick, but they've gone for the Lorelei, Maxon.
Yeah, they did indeed go for that. That is a very, very punishing comp. Someone's out of position, just grab them through, get the stun with the Yates, and also the fish food, the splashdown, the slope, and the CC potential overall. And the utility of this Lorelei focused with the Yates can work out to absolute wonders, and especially don't have that Finn pickup, the count frontline, and it mainly counters that Yates pickup. So that's going to be a really nice pick for themselves. And then they also deny away the Yates from Keanu Nako, just playing it so well in that 3rd game. Now, they did go for the Lyra and the Celeste. So, Lyra and Celeste together is a really good comp to just siege around objectives. So, not going to be objectively the best early game comp. But when you hit the mid game, when you hit the late game, you're just going to be able to dash down the damage with those Heliogenesis from a range with the Celeste and just heal up your Celeste, and she'll just stay unharmed from a range. But once again, they do go for the Anchor. Please don't bug my screen. But still, nice draft so far from both sides. And Anchor definitely worked out really well for the start of Team Spain in that 3rd game. Even though he was having a hard time early and mid-game, when Anchor was hitting that late game spike, she would just jump on Hundor or on Techno JJ that had almost no defense and just burst them down so fast. You blinked and you would miss it. So I do definitely like that change around that. But right now, so far, they have no weapon-based carries on their side, Imperium, and that's a little bit scaring me for the Spanish team.
It could be a top lane Yates.
Oh, it's not that. In my
as a
opinion,
weapon
it's not
power,
that good. Nah.
and I've seen it
Pretty surprising.
work out pretty well. and you could have Dorcas most likely on that Lar line support. Oh, Idris has been locked in. Is this gonna be the Smexy Idris Hundor?
I don't know. Is it going to be played by
It
Hundor? He's
seems
not
like
swapping
it.
right now, but I wanted to be Hundor.
Come on, swap.
Come on, swap around. I'm just sending stuff. Unfortunately, just taking stuff, Chaos stuff in the background,
Yeah.
guys. I'll just let you with that Imperium.
I'm just wondering. Yes, finally we do get the swap. Hundor is going to be Idris. It's going to be hybrid. It's going to allow him to really get onto the back line of this scarf. And now Bruto is looking to lock in the final pick for Spain, and it is kinetic. I really actually like the Spanish comp. I don't agree with the Anka pick, to be perfectly honest, Max fan. I think part of the reason why they could have picked that was just to take it away from Spain, Germany. But I don't agree with the synergy of their comp. I think it should have been just a little bit, maybe a bit more protective to that backline of Scarf and Kinetic, something that would be able to kite them a little bit more, and to help along with the Lorelei and Yates, because what I feel is that this Anka is going to be a little bit too on her own. Bruno's just going to be kind of left in the lurch, and when you have the bright bulwark coming out from Lyra, should I say, when you have the core claps plus even the gauntlet coming out from Sneaky, I feel that's going to be a little bit too much for Anka and the whole of Spain team to handle. But of course, time will tell. We are into this fourth game, Maxman.
Indeed, fourth game it is. If you did just join us, guys, welcome to the WSG European Grand Finals. We are in game number 4 of this epic BO5, and so far, so good, as Germany is owning this 2-1. We had a really clean sweep comeback from Spain in this fourth game. The third game, and now into this fourth game. Gonna have to see if Spain is gonna be able to do a nice comeback and bring it back to a 2-2 situation. But it's gonna be pretty hard overall, as German team is just able to pull off really nice early game rotations. Kian and Karen Tyrus, they're going for 2v3 jungle invade early on, which is kind of surprising. Will not be able to secure anything, unfortunately. But Tyrus, he's not ready to back down. Just going to be a prime pressure onto Bruto and Dorcas, and he's just going to be running his way out of that one.
Yeah, great aggressive start coming out from Spain, considering they have a bit of a late game comp. I like what they're doing, but they get caught out.
Dorcas, unfortunately, overstaying his welcome, will be the first blood given over to Team Germany. Not going to be able to do much against that, unfortunately. No goal lead whatsoever, just a little bit of a buff, going over to both sides. Now they're going to try and rotate. You're the side pulling the trigger with your first invade on the side of Team Spain. Now it's Team Germany, of course, Team Sly. But trying to go for that invade, but they're not going to be going for it. They're just not going to jinx it, I got the impression, Imperium. So they're just going to get that buff given away to the side of Team Spain.
Yeah, and it is pretty even gold-wise coming out from these two teams. I think Tyrus is definitely going to go for a bit more of a utility-based Grace, looking to tank up on that defense, looking to build something like a Crucible, maybe then go into even something like a Capacitor Plate, even though it's not quite meta, Maxman. I think Capacitor Plate wouldn't be the worst thing, because it will give that Divine Intervention a bit of a boost in healing and allow Techno JJ to be protected along with Hundor on the Idris. Plus, if you play a bit of a tanky Grace, you allow Idris to really ramp up quite nicely and be very effective in that engaging position.
Yeah, definitely right now. Gonna have a rotation from Dorcas into the bot lane. Nice rotation. He's gonna be able to get a nice little bit of a grab onto Hundor. He doesn't have his grab. He doesn't have his passive part. Oh no, Hundor. Oh, I thought he was going to be going down there. That would have been a really nice move coming out from the Spanish team. Dorcas doing a really nice rotation there. Just not going to be enough for any kind of kills going their way. Still 3 minutes in. Goal lead rendered to nothing. And like, I got to say, early game, these teams are pretty damn even. And that's something that's really enjoyable to see. As Josery going to get a nice little bit of a stun up onto Keanu Nakora that did rotate around. But red team, Team Spain, looking for the steal. Holy Never comes out, and that will be a dance-off blaze coming out from Dorcas, securing, from Bruto, sorry, able to secure this weapon buff, but they will not do the overkill. They're not going to be doing the same mistake in their first rotation and go for the gold oak. They will be just letting that one go well, but you got the buff. That, for me, is a winning jungle invade.
Yeah, really great stuff coming out from Spain. Also, even VG Sweet, who has 4 crystal bits and an energy battery to try to protect his early game as much as possible. He rotated just to help with that Spitfiring group, and this is Spain looking a bit more synergized, a bit more together, and also actually looking like they are coming into with a really core strategy and also maintaining the consistent rotations. Great stuff coming out from them, and it is showing with the goal difference being very minimal between the two teams. And also that Scarf, it's a late game hero, needing power spikes with the 2 or 3 items on his kit. Now let's see what's going to happen, because we do see the Lorelei and Scarf are going to rotate to top lane, I think.
Yeah, but Sneaky has the scout cam into that bush, so will not be able to get a successful gank, unfortunately, from the Spanish players. But still, they are trying their very best to do so. Sneaky's just trying to get the aggression, and also not saying no, he's low on energy, cannot get as much damage output from his passive, and he's just got to wait a little bit more to get that A ability up and going. But he's doing fine so far. So in terms of itemization, so almost 100% confirmed. It looks like we'll be having Hundor going for his good old hybrid Idris. So I think first item, normally what he does like to do is go for the Dragon's Eye, followed up by the Alternating Current, and then Serpent Mask. And do you want to maybe talk a little bit more about how that Serpent Mask and the hybrid Idris works out, Imperium?
Yeah, the way it works out is with that weapon power infusion, after you get that crystal power to unlock, the perk with that long range basic attacks, and then once you have that Serpent's Mask with a weapon power infusion, it allows you to unlock the weapon power perk that allows you to dive in with the health barrier to really shut down the enemy team. So it's the best of both worlds, Maxman. So it allows the Idris to become a complete machine in these team fights, being both mobile, long range effective, and short range damage dealer in your face. And I expect Hundor to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely. Right now he's got his 2 heavy prisms up his sleeve. That means he's got his passive unlocked, Imperium. That means he's going to be able to hit from a range, and that is the first huge power spike on a CP/hybrid Idris, going to be giving him a nice little bit more room to fight around, and also he's going to be able to get ganked a little bit more, he's going to be able to keep his position just a little bit more secure, so that's going to be a nice add-on into this next future upcoming team fights. Imperium 6 minutes in, 1-0, still no extra kill, but goalie just slowly grinding up to the side of Team Germany. Now we have a rotation coming up from Dorcas. It's going to be grabbed out. Hey, never missing out for Tyrus. Not going to be able to get any CC applied on any of the Spanish players. Though we do see in the top lane, Sneaky's trying to protect his very own top lane turret. Will be able to do so after a rotation from Bruto with this anchor. So I do definitely like that, trying to be as aggressive as they can on these rotations. Unfortunately, not always working out for the Spanish team, but we do see, unfortunately, the blade not hitting for Bruto as Techno JJ secures once again this CP buff for himself.
Yeah, Techno JJ got the Spellfire first item, quite rightly so. Now we do see VG Sweet has just picked up his Spellfire himself, and on to that Keanu Koa Lyra. That's definitely going to do a lot more damage as the Mortal Wounds do connect onto Techno JJ. This is the first item, even nice power spike with that CP buff that we're going to see from Scar. But Techno JJ is coming in ready to core collapse, ready to shut down with those Helios onto VG Just Sweet, as Bruto now engages hard, or looks to, rotate to the mid lane to try and support both Dorcas and VG Just Sweet. Again, Spain are looking very clean, very tight, and looking like they are really sticking a bit more together as a team into these rotations.
Oh man, Spain, they're not letting go of these rotations, trying to go for it. Works every once in a while. Unfortunately, that will not be the case this time around, as Spain going to be having to go back without having won anything out of that invade. A lot of resources kind of used for nothing. And that was once again, you show, like we was praising earlier, the reaction time from the German players. They're just able to out-rotate effectively. Holy Nova, not Holy Nova actually, Core Collapse. They're going to get crucibled up just in case by Dorcas, so just in case that's nicely executed. And now it looks like it will be the German team. They have this Crystal Chin up and available. Techno JJ has his Solar Storm. Will he try and use it? I think it's going to be a little bit too late. And Bruto with VG Josue will be able to secure that CP buff for himself with no, unfortunately, Solar Storms coming out from Techno.
Yeah, and what I do like it now, Honor is putting its Jose under a lot of pressure. This Yates has gone for Crucible first item, which I do agree with, not quite going for the full weapon power Yates. In this situation, going up against this Idris from Honor, it does make sense. I like it. Those basic attacks from that CP with the tracker is insane.
Double manfish boot stun onto Hundor. No JG. That's going to be Yates completely out of position. He's going to ult his way right onto the Ghost Ring as you have a Dragon's Breath from Vigi Josue doing quick work of this Anchor. Going to try and re-engage onto the Grace. Not going to be able to work out. Unfortunately, Anchor going to re-engage, but not able to find a killing blow onto the Grace as they do lose Bruto in that skirmish. Ghost Ring was secured over by the Spanish team, so nicely executed. One man down for Ghost Ring. I would say worth it, Imperium.
Yeah, that was actually a great win coming out from Spain because they also secured the top lane turret. Now, no sorry, Noma isn't going to push that any further, so that was actually a double win. Goal difference is still over in the favor of Germany. Just about itemization wise, we do see Hundor has definitely got his Dragon's Eye first item, as you correctly predicted. Turret is destroyed now in the bottom lane, so this is pretty much even Stevens, with the goal difference only being 400 between the two teams. I also like the fact that it's Josu has got Atlas Pauldron as second item against the Idris, even though it's hybrid weapon power CP. Activating that Atlas onto him will really slow Hundor down and kind of cause him, give an opportunity for him to be shut down. You pass it on with the Spitfire group, that will possibly give Spain a chance to get past the insane damage that will be coming out from Hundor.
That's definitely like something they are looking forward to. Yeah. We do see now Vigi Josue does have that Heave of Harvest giving him that extra bit of sustain in the next team fight. It will be normally unfolding in the next few seconds as we do see an attempt from the German team trying to get onto this first mid lane turret. There will be denied by a nicely timed rotation by the Spanish team. Nosung Nomo completely out of position, able to dodge that core collapse, but I think this will be the end. Crucible, though, is coming up from Dorcas, followed up with the water wall. Nicely executed from the Spanish team, and they're able to turn this fight actually on its head. One kill followed up normally by a second one. The double kill from the Scarf, played by your boy Vigi Josue. Tenerjeje going to be stunned up, going to be dived on through by Yates. They can't do anything, man. That was such a nice turnaround. I got to say, Dorcas, nice MVP on that little bit of a skirmish.
You spoke too soon, my furry little friend Maxman. You thought,
I'm not furry. What?
you thought Noma was gonna get caught out, but you correctly pointed out it was a fantastic water wall coming out from Dorcas, but Spain followed up really effectively. They got the stun, they got the Dragon's Breath onto a couple of members of Germany, but they've got to be careful they don't get caught out.
Solar Storm, oh my god, what a wombo combo coming out from the German team. They will be able to find Dorcas live right there. Bruto completely on his own. He doesn't have his Mirage ultimate anymore, so he will be able to just dash his way out of that one, just avoiding any kind of conflict. 12 minutes in, 3-3, and this game is super even, just almost a 1,000 goal lead going over to the Spanish team. And I just really enjoy how much of a close matchup this is. This really shows that we have potentially two of the best European teams up head-to-head in one epic BO5, and they're fighting for the final spot, for the European team spot actually, in the WSG final live event, Imperium, in China early 2019, and they just put in every single piece of effort they can, and this is so enjoyable to cast and look at.
It really is, Max, and if I could send both teams to China, because they both deserve to be there. Spain, like I said, they're sometimes lagging behind in terms of reactional situation, but they are putting in the fight of their lives. Now we're going to see Nosoy and Nomo rotate down with the rest of his team, so it makes a bit of a 5v5 situation. Ghostwing is up, Black Claw is up. Let's see who can react the best to try and secure one of those two dragons. Maxman, itemization wise, we do see VG Josue has the two item with Spellfire Eve of Harvest. I like that, but Techno JG is slightly ahead with two.
Arcane Passage in coming up on the side of the German team, followed up with the Solar Storm. What are you going to do? Nosung Noma, he just gets melted down in a blink of an eye. He's just not going to be able to do much against that. Arden going to be grabbed up, will be able to make and sneak his way through out of that one. Now German team players, they should be able to go on this Ghost Ring, but apparently they're not going to be doing so. They're going to be going for little camps, maybe a little bit of a fight, holding over, missing out for Tyrus. Bruto, he's just trying to zone out, trying to find any kind of valuable targets for Jozu to get the grab on. Unfortunately, that's not going to be connecting for himself. But now they're going to be forcing down this ghosting, and I think they're just trying to juke it around, trying to force a team fight. But the German team just completely are owning the place. And this normally should be an easy ghosting and be picked up by Team Germany.
And believe it or not, I really don't like Breaking Point second item on this kinetic.
Oh, it's really good,
Because,
I believe.
no, in this situation, I actually think Tornado Trigger would be better as a second item. The reason why, because when you're going up against Dangerous, that's hybrid, that's putting out that insane burst damage, in my opinion, stacks aren't really going to do much, Maxman. You want to match that damage DPS to DPS, and I think with the Serpent's Mask,
Once again! Don't fix it if it still works, am I right? Just going to be Arcane passaging his way through, picking up 2 really fast kills for Techno JJ right there. Able to just now probably go for this Black Claw, but that Arcane Passage engage, Spain was doing it in the 3rd game, and now it's Germany that are just able to pull it off so nicely. It reminds me a few months back when Tribe would play the comps around Glaive and Lyra, and it's just so effective. Even if 3.8 is just so good, and what can you do? You just dive directly onto the enemy backline heroes and shut them down. It's such an effective way of playing the game, and definitely going to the advantage of Team Germany as they do secure a 15-minute Black Claw, trying to get this second mid lane turret.
But I don't think they're going to close it out on this push because, like you said, it's only the second mid lane turret. It would take a very big overextension move coming out for Spain for Germany to really take full advantage. The hook comes in, but it only goes on to Keanu Nakoa as a dragon is laying down waste to this mid lane turret.
Nice call. Collapse going to see Jozu Gen, the 3-man stun. Just going to be a little bit short timed, unfortunately. Able to push them back quite a bit. Black Law going fairly low. Will they be able to find the choke one try in the mid lane, followed up with the Solar Storm? That's going to be the end, unfortunately, of Dorcas. Try to tank for the team, but that's not going to be a good thing to do as he does lose his life in the process. German team still, they had a split push in the top lane coming out from your boy Sneaky. Poison Shift, Swordblade, Tension Bow, just doing so much work on that top, able to get the second turret. Hundo out of position, going to get the Divine Intervention. Nice percent of healing, 436 heal. Will it be enough? Dragon's Breath, but unfortunately the Gauntlet going to be able to zone away VG Josue, and that was nicely executed from Sneaky on this Arden.
Yeah, really nicely done indeed. I also love his build path going for that poison shift. I actually tend to build it myself a bit, not all the time, because I think it's quite situational, but in this case, I really think it's working quite nicely because it looks after the water wall situation, so it really looks to kind of shut their health down that's coming out from the Spain side. And then when you have the fantastic healing coming out from the Lyra, you're letting that Arden heal up even more with the mortal wounds and the kind of sustain from the poison shift. So it's always situational, but you know, Team Germany seem to get it right. More often than not, they get it right itemization wise.
Techno JD, that Helio was a little bit the wrong way, but it's all good. There's not going to be any kind of death in that little bit of a skirmish. But they are going for the ghosting now, Imperium. They're going to try and fix it down. I don't think it will be stolen away. But Jozu, he's around the corner, but unfortunately they can't do anything to stop that from actually happening. So one ghosting over to German players as they're now going to be focusing down these objectives. They got the choke point turret in the mid lane, and I think they're going to be changing the focus over to this bot lane, Imperium. And they're going to be going for it right now. They can try and get a grab, but Jozu not able to find any targets as of now. As we have once again another Arcane Passage engage. Holy Nova doing 2-man CC on Dorcas, and it's Jozu not your main target, but still doing quick work of this kind of comp in general. And now they're going to try and push that back a little bit. They will save their choke point turret. We did have Kinetic in the top lane, so still a really nice 4v5 engage, going completely to the advantage of Team Germany as they're able to secure one turret and put in the choke point turret in the bot lane actually quite low, down to mid HP.
Yeah, so this is now just Germany looking to maintain their position. You see they rotate as a 5-man team, Maxman.
And he's looking for it. Holy Nova not going to be unfortunately connecting whatsoever for Tyra's on this Grace. And you can see, like, Grace taking away the Samuel. He's trying to do as much as he can. He's just having a hard time landing all those CCs. But when he has a fully fledged teamfight and they combo it up with Arcane Patches, they got such a surprise potential. They can try and pull it off. But right now, 18 minutes in, 7-3 was a nice 5,000 goal lead going over to Team Germany. But we've already seen worse in an 80-minute game. We've already seen like big goal
Yep.
lead. So it's definitely not a stopping point for the Spanish players. They can definitely come back in this game. They just need one good team fight that they were able to find in the third game Imperium. Maybe we'll have a repeat. I don't know. But right now, it still can go over to the Spanish players. Nothing is lost.
Of course, but it's just that Germany are playing. It's like they're doing a choreographed dance, Maxman. They are rotating in between these lanes so effectively, so poetically. They are catching Germany out. The arcane passages have been on point. All abilities are unlocked on the side of Germany.
Nice grab right there, coming out from Joselu right on top of the Celeste, but unfortunately she will be able to make her way out. That one, Solar Storm doing quick work of the HP bar of Bruto. He does use his flask. He knows he wants to try and re-engage. Their Solo gets a stun down on Keanu Nakura. Engagement from the Yates. Going to try and get the gauntlet out. Unfortunately, that will not be enough. They're going to be burning down from the ultimate of Vici Josue. Now it's going to be Grace tanking up a lot. She does have that barrier potential, so he can just soak up a lot of damage. Just a little bit like Gromshaw, but not going to be able to sustain as long as he would have expected. The health bars are pretty low, and they have the sustain now of the Lyra, as they're going to be having Vici Josue completely out of position. Press F in chat for Josue as he does go down to the hands of the German team, and that's going to be Dorcas next target. Focus down Hundor, and also Techno JJ doing quick work of his life. Also, No Saying Noma, everyone's split, unfortunately, on the Spanish team. And I don't think No Saying Noma can do much. Pops the boots, so does Hundor. Not ready to let go as the Solar Storm comes out. Going into the wall, unfortunately. A little bit out-centered Techno JJ, but still will be able to secure 3 kills. And Black Claw is open for takedown.
Yeah, that Solar Storm was a little bit off kilter, but either way, it is working out for Team Germany. The one thing they have... Whoa! Arcane Passage!
Oh, okay. Well, Bruto is Houdini, man. And Bruto going to try and get the re-engage there, but unfortunately not going to be able to do so. And he will be going down in a 1v5 situation as Blacklaw was secured by the German team. The choke point turret was taken up. Armory is open for takedown if they do decide to commit to it. And I think they will definitely do so. As I mentioned in the draft phase, they have a really good sustainable siege potential with their comp between the Celeste and also this Lyra. Hundor starting to stack up now on his dragons, already 4 stacks in. Alice Portman does get applied though. He's going to be able to get the kill. He's going to be ulting his way out of that one, followed by the Solar Storm, connecting unfortunately on the Armory. But this Imperium might be GG. This definitely seems like GG, and this will be Team Germany being your EU representatives in the live event in China in early 2019.
Yeah, Spain just couldn't keep Germany off their heels. Like I said, Germany were like a well choreographed dance in that last game. The most synergized and rotationally valued game I've seen them play in this series. They rotated lane after lane after lane, objective after objective after objective. They caught Spain out, and actually not even against Spain. It's not the fact that Spain kind of got caught out themselves. It was the fact that Germany put themselves in a position to catch Spain out. They did it 3 times, got objectives after objective after objective, itemization after itemization. And as I said, Spain didn't play badly in that last game. But Germany just played better, more, more kind of synergized. Plus Hundor. Oh man, hybrid build Idris, that is going to be played all over Europe from now on. I kid you not, but nobody's going to be able to pull off as good as Hundor and the whole of this team in Germany, because they secure their spot in the WSG Live Finals. Commiserations to Spain, but fantastically well done by Germany.
Man. Now, Team Germany. Focus today. We had Taras, Keanu Nakura, Sneaky, Techno JJ, and Hundor coming up to the show and claiming this game 3-1. Still got to give a lot of credit to Team Spain. They won qualifier number 2, won the prizes of that qualifier. Unfortunately, a little bit short on the grand finals, but still they can be extremely proud of what they were able to pull off. They made European players extremely proud. At least that is the case for me. I think also you, Imperium. Anyways. At the end of this, we're going to be going back on the desk so you guys can see our faces just a little bit. So, congratulations once again, Team Germany taking it home. I do not think of anything extra to actually add, Imperium. It's just I'm a little bit Sad also to say that this will be the last match of
I
the
know.
WSG European qualifiers in 2018, but multiple projects still coming up. We also still do have the EU Champions Cup if you are interested in any kind of European competitive action. Competitive? Okay, that's really interesting.
Competitive.
Competitive. Oh my god, it seemed like a Pokemon how I was saying it. But it's all good. If you want to check it out, tomorrow we have the EU Champions Cup coming up at 6 p.m. CET if you want more Vainglory European action. It'd be really appreciated to have you guys there. Anyways, I am really grateful for Mobile Gaming League to allow us to bring to you the Vainglory action that you guys deserve. Thank you to Razor for sponsoring this event. Before we do wrap things up, Imperium, do you have anything to add before we do end the stream?
Yeah, just final congratulations to Germany. I look forward to watching you guys tear up the Sovereign's Rise in the live finals. Hopefully bring the live power to the stage. And hopefully take a trophy home for the EU region. And I'm looking forward to that coming up. Thank to you, Maxman, for casting alongside me. And thank you to, of course, Mobile Gaming League for the fantastic opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Imperium, for being with me today. I was your host, Maxman, joined by my good friend, Imperium, right here for the casting. I hope you guys all had an absolutely awesome stay with us. Hope your weekend is going, once again, absolutely awesome so far. I'm going to be wrapping things up. So once again, stay awesome, guys. And we'll be seeing all of you next time on The Rise. Stay awesome.
Do you still have those nightmares, baby? Where you see me, you still tell yourself you hate me. Won't believe it lately. I know I'm still the villain you saw me. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. Didn't kill you, didn't kill you. But I was there too, I was there too. You look me in the eyes like you don't even know me. 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 Maybe I can't learn my lesson. The same intentions, I can't find that same connection.